Yeah.
No more edgy stuff, guys. Calm down.
Today is 9/4/2024. This is session, what, 7? I think it's 7.
Sounds right.
If that's not right, I'll correct it later. Yeah, we're all here. Starting just a tad bit late, but much better than last time. We're still at Rage Falls. So, who would like to do a recap? If you feel a recap is necessary, I think it has been one additional Wednesday, or has it? It may actually. We might be on schedule. Anybody want to recap though, or I can do it. It's whatever. Should I start rolling for this like I do in Winter Falls? I'll do a roll. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I think
5,
that might
6,
relieve
7.
a little bit of pressure.
Choice paralysis, right?
Or, cause a lot of pressure.
Hey, look, it's Magikarp. That's Nicholas.
Wait, I was in the roll? Why am I in the roll?
Because you're on roll.
You're in the roll 20.
I'm on the roll twice because I'm both spectator and the Pokemon Master.
Oh no, what did we do last time? I sat around and looked up a couple of rules at some point, but otherwise I was silent. Does that count?
Do you remember what happened in the session?
Okay, let me think. Yeah, so what I remember is that I'm not going to remember things in order for certain, but I can remember that Psyduck went for a swim. I remember that. Why am I yelling? I remember that.
Hey, Austin, it might be better if you pick someone else.
Somebody want to? All right, let's reroll.
Yeah. Also, I'm not feeling.
Oh, it's still you. Okay. All right, now it's Isaac.
Isaac.
Oh, okay. So was the shrine last week or last session?
Yes,
rather?
the Lugia shrine was last week. Yes.
Okay. So
wasn't that session before last?
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that was the session before last.
Yeah.
We started in the shrine last week, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. So then in that case, Mako and Vigo were sort of nudged to help the girls after the sound of shrieking drew them in. We looked for ghost Pokemon in the shrine, couldn't find any. Elaine managed to fumble the flashlight, so they got scared when the door closed. After the boys came and everyone left the shrine, Mako went fishing, successfully caught a Poliwag, which then started floating down the stream because he didn't use a netball. Sent Psyduck to the rescue, who bravely grabbed the Pokeball, swimming it back to shore, resisting the urge to dash his head against the rocks, and earning a nickname that Mako is still considering. And then we went to dine with the wonderful couple. Is Hanako their last name?
Hanako.
Is it like Mr. and Miss?
Hanako was the grandpa's first name. You don't know the name of the grandma, and then Naima is the granddaughter.
Yes, and they were intending to feed just our team, but all Pokemon teams are broke, and so the other team joined in.
Yeah.
So we were just sort of, I believe, bedding down. Mako squandered a battery in ignorance, feeding it to Tynamo, but I believe there was some other setup we needed before we actually bedded down for the night. So last thing I remember was we were going to do something next session.
You forgot one important part about the last session, which was Elaine actually talking to an NPC ranger. And singing Absol down the cliffs.
Yep.
Was that your Pokemon?
Yes. So there was an Absol way down here, chilling out on the cliffs. And the ranger thought it had something to do with a landslide recently, or he hopes, because Absols tend to herald disaster or follow disaster in some form or fashion. All right.
And the thing that we're going to follow up on was Elaine was actually going to ask Naima, since apparently she's the only one that has contact with the shrine besides the grumpy old shrine lady, asked to see if she's ever had any experiences with the Lugia statue glowing, potentially seeing visions.
Yeah,
Also,
totally.
And then you
just-
said that was going to be like a really interesting interaction.
It
We
could-
could do a
it could-
tech section.
It's potentially interesting. It was interesting enough that I decided to save it for next session because we were wrapping up right then. So,
Right.
yeah,
I think there was also when there's some it's a minor point, but when there also some other shopping that happened last session.
Not really. We kind
Um,
of flew past the.
you bought a netball.
Yeah.
Amber
yeah.
Amber
I
bought
did.
Amber bought a netball from the stand down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Because
which is
bug types.
potentially the only Pokeball that our party has left.
Okay, I have more than that. I just haven't been
okay.
sharing because I grew up in destitution.
Yeah. And to be fair, Maka kind of wastes them most of the time.
It's a good
Yeah.
fun to Silver Nugget, by the way. That's another thing that happens.
Okay.
Uh,
But yeah.
let me
So we'll say this conversation is happening. I think we did a good job recapping on that topic, guys. So we're going to go ahead and say that. Excuse me. Everybody is winding down. Your hosts, the two elderly people, have, especially the grandma, has kind of pulled out some pallets and made some little sleeping areas for you guys, so you can all kind of chill upstairs. Team NIT, which is the rival team you guys have encountered, eat their dinner and then bid you all farewell. They say they're going to go sleep in their tents. They don't feel right imposing. And they say, if you want, tomorrow morning, they usually put their Pokemon through their paces and do some training. And if you guys would like to turn that into a cooperative exercise, you guys could do that. And, they make sure to inform you, no pressure. Like, you're not in a league-regulated area, so there's no compelled battling. It's just if you guys want to.
Yeah, sounds exciting.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
It does sound fun. It's been a minute since we've had a Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
Not counting.
We've technically not even had any.
You haven't
It's
had
just been-
all wild encounters so far. You haven't actually run into any enemy trainers yet. Okay. So ending that evening, you guys are all slowly drifting off. And Elaine, you're pretty close to Naima in like just proximity, and so you kind of strike up a conversation with her. She informs you that she hasn't had any kind of experience like the one you've had in that shrine. However, she says that there was a shrine up in Elegy City, where she's from, who she helps maintain, which she helps maintain, I should say. And she had something similar happen to her. She says it kind of sounds familiar. She said that happened when she was very young. She can barely remember anything else about her life at the time, but that was before Elegy City met Cataclysm. And it is what it is today.
Am I familiar with Elegy City? Because there's a lot of assumptions that I know.
Right. So you can roll me a general education check if you like. I'm not going to change maps, but the map is
Please don't.
right. The map is pretty easy to remember. Without having to roll anything, that Elegy City used to be the capital of Animos, and it's on the kind of peninsula at the very top of the map. Nice. Let me get. Hold on 1 second. I might have something a little spookier, a little quieter.
Give me that spooky.
Might find some. Give me a sec. What about this one? Maybe? We'll see. This one's quite chill. Yeah. Yeah, we'll say a bit of rain comes in while while you guys are napping outside. A
Set in the
little
mood.
warm atmosphere. Elegy City used to be the capital of Animos. Its destruction was the main thing that precipitated the Fourth War, the Fourth Pokemon War, which is the last global war that has occurred. Elegy City was essentially it's almost like Cirrus. Like it was a social rebuilding, like a gigantic experiment that a lot of different regions were contributing to. You don't think there's much left in Elegy anymore. In fact, when you refer to Elegy, you usually refer to Elegy as Elegy City ruins.
What was it that destroyed it? Like Bombard? Was it Pokemon? What was it that destroyed the city?
All you know, and even with your quite good 16, is that the evening before the destruction of Elegy City, there was a brilliant purple light in the sky. And it could be seen from miles away. In fact, your relatives that live where you live, what's your hometown again? I'm blanking.
Typhoon Town.
Typhoon, thank you. Typhoon on the coast, they would have been able to see the Great Light, and something that's kind of talked about occasionally. It's almost something analogous in influence to like 9/11, if you were to like make a comparison to real world.
So just a great purple light in the sky, and then suddenly Elegy City just becomes rubble.
That about sums it up, and there's been a lot of speculation. Obviously, the first thought is some kind of very powerful Pokemon wielded by a foreign nation that had either zero vested interest or was vested in the destruction of other nations' interests in Elegy City. But yeah, you kind of sink deep into thought as she describes that to you, and then she says, I don't really know if that's helpful, but I'm going to sleep. She turns over. She says, "Night, Elaine."
Good night, Naima.
As,
And I'm wondering if
yeah.
you're like prophesying the end of all of your conning here. Like just the purple light suddenly just forms over Elaine's head. She's like, oh, here comes the end.
Yeah. You guys go to sleep. We'll probably say that there's a few different like upper rooms, and the boys have kind of been shifted into that one, and then Naima, Lane, and Amber take one. You sleep quite well. It's nice to be indoors in an air-conditioned environment.
Yes.
As I keep saying, this is sort of early to mid-spring, so it's getting hotter. Animos is most like Norway in terms of climate, so high altitudes, lower temperatures generally, but you're starting to get to that point where, it's getting hot during the day while you're traveling on foot for miles at a time. Okay, you go to sleep, and nothing of particular event occurs. You awaken, rested the following morning at a time of your choosing. Up to you whether you guys want to be sleeping in as your role play. You were informed that Team NIT plans to be getting up around something like 10:30, right? Kind of getting their stuff in order, and then they're going to split after they finish training their Pokemon. And by the way,
I'll wake up and train with them.
Awesome. And I don't know if you guys have looked, but you have a Rivals handout tab now, and you should be able to see Team NIT, Team NIT. That's Nina, Ike, and Tristan, complete with little descriptions of them, as well as their Pokemon. Once you have a better awareness of what their Pokemon are like, I'll probably make handouts for them as well. so that you just kind of keep information on everybody as everything slowly evolves over the course of the campaign. You can kind of because eventually Team NIT is going to be your competitors, right? You want information on them.
Yes.
That day
I like it.
that day is a while off. Cool. So what I'm going to do, I need to use the restroom. So what I'm going to do is give you guys a couple of thoughts. I'll give you the stipulations on what the battle is going to be like. So Team NIT versus you guys, whatever your team name is, you haven't decided yet. They are going to be running a 2v2 with 2 in reserve. And all trainers on either side can actively participate, though of course getting physical with the Pokemon isn't in keeping with league rules, and that's what they're training for, so keep that to a minimum. And I'll let you guys decide on some tactics. The battle is going to be taking place down here, down the stairs, which is going to be a nice little hike for you guys early in the morning. So feel free to move your tokens way down here. And any Pokemon you think you'll be using, go ahead and take them out. Even if they're not actually out of their Pokeballs right now, you can just have them so that you can move them into combat when it's time. And I'll be right back, guys. Probably be 4 or 5 minutes. You guys can talk strategy a bit, and you kind of know what they have to a degree. So you can think about that. All right, be right back.
Okay, guys. So first question: how badly do we want to win?
I don't know if winning is the goal here. I think information and growth is the goal here.
Because I mean, I've got a Parasect if we need it.
I mean,
I don't think we need
if
to
you
throw
can
that out just yet.
command it, that's
Yeah, I know that is the stipulation, but I have dumped into my command so that I would have a good probability of it. So
Oh, there you go.
like
I mean, if you plan on using
I have
it
like a
consistently,
75%
but-
chance I think to command it. I've got a 4 in command right now or something.
if
So
you plan on using it a lot, I don't see any problem with you using it here.
Yeah, it's either gonna be that or I mean I could technically go with the Kakuna, but it's definitely not as solid as an option as the Grubbin or the Parasect. But my Grubbin is actually a level 7, and I know all of y'all starters are level 10 based on what I was just looking at. So I'm assuming that's probably what the opponents are gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
Probably level 10-ish.
He said it was 2v2 with 2 in reserve.
Correct.
Does that mean there's going to be a total of 4 Pokemon in the battle?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Four Pokemon total, 2 at a time.
And are all of us as trainers going to get to use our trainer features? Or is it only
I
whoever's commanding
think
the
so
Pokemon?
long as we're not running in and beating them personally, pretty much anything we do should be fine.
Okay. Because I
I
have
would
a
assume.
feature.
I don't know. Is it? Can we do things on the side? That's what you were asking, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just gave you the wrong answer. Yeah, I don't know about doing stuff on the sidelines. I would assume we're not supposed to interact, but
So in
don't
league
know.
matches, you're not even allowed to use trainer moves and stuff.
Correct.
Or at least not trainer combat stuff. There's actions you can take still or whatever. But
right, because I've got Pokemaniac, so I can gauge type and level and all that.
Yeah, so you can do that kind of stuff, but you wouldn't be able to actually go and punch
Throw
one of the
rocks at the
Pokemon in the
Pokemon.
face. Yeah, so
Right.
I assume he mentioned okay, this isn't technically a league battle, but show some respect. So
Right.
so probably none of that business. But you don't have to be maybe quite as clean cut as you would in a league battle. But I plan to. I mean, I don't go in melee anyways, but still.
My main question is more what I'm wondering is, let's say one of my Pokemon and one of your Pokemon is out. Does that mean Vigo is not allowed to or let's say Vigo and Amber have Pokemon in play. Would Mako be allowed to use Pokemaniac?
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
You got to be our guy in the anime who explains everything that's going on from the side.
Ah, yes.
There we go. How it works, yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
You've explained it before that when an ability is italicized, it means stab.
you're talking in the Pokedex.
Yeah, because I'm looking
So-
at Hatena
That means that it will be stab in a future evolution.
in a future, but if it
Or
is
wait,
bold,
maybe it's bold. I think bold might be stab in italicized is stab in a later evolution.
right. Yeah, I think you're right because bold is because confusion I see on here has the stab check marked.
Yeah, that's right then.
Okay.
So a couple of typing questions. My Dynamo has whichever one it is, Thunder Wave. Yeah, the paralyzing move. And my Psyduck has a water attack and water sport. So if anyone has any, if Team NIT has fire moves, that would be helpful. But like, what kind of typing do our Pokemon have at present?
I've got ice and dragon. So if we need
Ooh.
any weird ones,
Like you have Ice and Dragon moves already?
yes, I do.
Oh wow!
And I have a
Wow, that
normal.
actually
I
is
have
sick.
tackle on my Pudge.
Yeah, but we do have an issue with this because Mr. Ike's are in hard counters our starters.
Oh, that's right. We know he has the.
To a
Oh.
degree, yes. However, ice is currently super effective against steel because of the type
Ah.
alterations.
Yeah,
If I'm
I'm trying
remembering
to find
correctly, at least.
where Austin put the type rules.
It feels like they keep disappearing. So I'm pretty sure.
Because he put them in general chat, and then
Hmm.
of course that gets bombarded. What he needs to do is put them under easy rules, and then
Oh yeah.
tag it so that we can find it easily.
I mean, simply put, we don't want my bug type to be out whenever the bird is out.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if Dynamo would be like, just because Dynamo guarantees that nothing is super effective, and if Aron has any kind of ground type moves, Levitate gets us by that.
Also, electric into flying is fantastic. So,
Oh, true. Yeah, and he has. I
yeah.
think he has charge. Yeah, he's got charge beam
So
and spark.
he's
as
kind
well.
of you're kind of a critical factor here. So we're gonna want to try and keep that alive for sure.
I definitely like. Is it Frigibax that has the ice and dragon moves?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I like that.
I think I'm gonna go with Parasect because I think his versatility and like move pool is a bit nicer than like Grubbin's ability, which would really just be like high damage through Vice Grip.
Yeah, we could lead with Parasect. Number one, I'm curious what kind of havoc he wreaks if he doesn't obey you or she. I don't know.
It's a male.
Okay, but we could send it out to sort of tank the first damage until we know what kind of typing we're dealing with.
So for reference, the command DC is like 7 for oh wait, the level I can command 10 or 2 times my turn. Yeah. So the command DC is 7 right now. Wait, hold up. I need to reread this and then I'll say it. But basically, like, I would need like I think in the worst case scenario, I need a 7 to be able to do it, and I roll 46. So it's like pretty likely that I'm gonna get it every time.
So I've been looking for an answer to the question. Sorry to interrupt, but I've been looking for the answer to the question they all had earlier about about whether or not you can use abilities, trainer abilities, during this double battle. I don't know what he's going to say, but I would rule that only the trainers who currently have a Pokemon on the field will be the one to be able to use their abilities. But that's just me.
Oh, okay. That's what I was sort of leaning towards.
Yeah, you're the one who's currently commanding, so your abilities are applicable in that situation because you're
Okay.
the one taking the actions, if you will, or commanding the Pokemon.
What about stuff
think-
like Quick Switch, where you're swapping in for a different Pokemon?
I imagine that would be
You would have a Pokemon on the field, so
yeah. You'd have to be the person who currently has the Pokemon on the field that is doing the switching.
Hmm.
That's what I would say, at least. But of course, this is up to Austin. This is just what I would think, looking at the rules.
Does Quick Switch allow you to switch out other people's Pokemon?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
But I was.
For a second, I thought that's what was being implied.
No, that would be cool. Well, that was definitely what I implied. I wasn't certain, but because I knew it was a way to swap in and out. Okay, that doesn't really help actually because all of my types are weak. So fuck.
I'm gonna paste this real quick. Does this apply to my Pokemon, or is this saying if I use a move common with my type as a trainer?
I've just only really use a move of the type associated with type strategists.
I assume.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was the question about this again?
Does this target my Pokemon or me as a trainer?
I believe that's an ability you can give to your Pokemon.
Okay.
That would make sense, I think.
Yeah, because
Maybe.
Type Ace can choose one of these, and it gives them to the Pokemon for tutor points.
Ah, okay.
I'm back.
I assume everyone but me is using their starter, right?
Mm.
It sounds
Yeah,
like Frigibax
everyone's-
and Tynamo are both in. I haven't heard from Elaine.
Yeah, Hatenna is the ideal Pokemon here, just because there's a lot of support attacks that she can give.
Cool.
Austin, we had an interesting question come up while you were gone.
Yeah.
Can anybody use their trainer abilities during the double battle, or what I was suggesting is can only the trainer who has a Pokemon currently in the fight use their abilities while their Pokemon is on the field?
All 4 trainers are active at once. Yeah. So if you have like cheerleader abilities and stuff like that, they'll be very useful. You can help strategize and help command the Pokemon collectively. Only the trainers whose Pokemon they own will be able to command the Pokemon specifically. Otherwise, you'll be able to do other things with your turn. Any other?
So in other words,
questions?
I'll be able to use Sage abilities during the combat.
Yes, if you have legal trainer moves, you can use them here.
What do you mean by legal trainer moves? Define.
I'm pretty sure the book specifies this. Let me look really quick. As a general rule of thumb, anything that is direct interaction, like you wouldn't be able to use the move Confusion on the enemy Pokemon as a trainer, for instance. You could only do support stuff.
So I have Lucky Chant, Reflect, Safeguard, and Light Screen. Those things can work, correct?
I don't know. Let's look. Let me pull it up on tabletop really quick. And by the way, Nicholas, if you'd like to look this up as well, that would be something to utilize your time on.
Yeah, I was actually trying to find where, because I didn't find the ruling on this.
Chapter 7 is where it talks about the different types of battles. It's 260 or 226 rather.
Thank you.
I was looking. Well, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Environmental.
And then there's also my at-will Sage ability, which allows me to do damage reduction equal to my Occult Education rank, or double the tick value.
Mm-hmm.
Your characters. Oh, yep, just found it. Never mind.
So, do we know, like, when it says AC of 6, that means that it's like reducing the accuracy
Yeah.
by like 6 or something?
Right. AC 6 is actually an inaccurate move. The higher the number, the worse it is.
Okay. I just don't.
Yeah, you have like one hit KO moves that are like an accuracy of like 10 or 12 or something like that.
Okay, got it. So 6 is probably like 60% or something then.
Yeah,
So it's
Nope,
like 10 to
6
12
is-
is supposed to be like 30-40%, right?
No, it's the numbers on the dice. It would be 70%. Because it's
Okay,
it's a
got it.
D20, so every number is 5% less.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
That makes sense. Appreciate it.
Plus evasion. So that's an extra, usually 5% chance of it missing. Still has to beat evasion.
We'll also have to. I assume since we're taking the League of Battle approach to this, we'll also be doing the lowest to highest speed action declaration thing, right?
Yes.
How much AP do we get per battle? Or like per like
AP
however?
is 5 plus. We have 5 currently, but it's an out of battle thing. It refreshes with
No, you can
the
use
changing
it
of the scene.
in battle with some stuff.
Oh wait, I put a note right there on
Oh,
my
never
character
mind.
sheet. Stupid.
It's also in basic info on your character sheet.
That's actually what I was gonna ask, if our character sheet's tracked, and then I found it as soon as I asked.
Oh! Wait, I had. Oh my goodness. I had my sheet set to Pokemon the entire time for Amber.
Nice.
That's funny.
4-4.
Yeah, there's that resource that I've been looking for. I was like, why don't they have a thing for this? I was like, that's too funny.
What did you set for species? Just out of curiosity.
Uh-huh.
I had a bunch of blanks.
Oh, okay.
If a feature is a move, then it's like not legal. That's funny. Musicians could not use Screech or Sing on an opponent's Pokemon, for example. You can't even leer with Intimidating Presence. Gotcha. Same goes for abilities. Using Intimidate on an opponent's Pokemon is a no-go. If a feature basically represents training or encouragement rather than direct intervention from the trainer, such as Ace Trainer, Cheerleaders, Gleeful Interference, or Athletes Coaching, they should probably be okay. If the feature comes from a supernatural source, such as Warper's Rerolls or Channeler's Channeling, then these are not legal, unless your league is very open to such things. Other features like Rune Master's Words of Power, while supernaturally aided, represent training rather than direct intervention, and thus can still be legal. Gotcha. So that's going to be a no for the like screen and stuff for now, Elaine. Certain league matches might make exceptions to this. Like if you go to like the Psychic Gym, that might be something you could do there.
So is it a no because it's intervention?
The league legality tab on page 440, if you want to check it out, basically says that anything that is a move. If a feature is a move, then it is likely not legal. So I'm just going to say that as a blanket statement for now. That is true. If the feature is a static or permanent change upon a Pokemon, such as Ace Trainer or a trainer's stat boosting features or an athlete's coaching feature, then they are definitely legal in all scenarios. So yeah, basically trainer moves in general. So you want to be using your personal action economy on your Pokemon if you can, like switching them out and such. But yeah, otherwise encouragement.
What I
cheerleader.
understand is that I can use my Sage action. I'm gonna post it.
Yeah, post it. Atwell action. I'm gonna say that's fine, Christine. Because it's not a move.
Right.
It's almost like an aura that kind of radiates off you. You know. I'll say that's probably fine.
And
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna post that I also have this to help.
Nice.
Since we're talking about AP, I
Perfectly
don't know
fine.
where to find it on my character sheet though. I'm struggling to find it on my character sheet. Where did you guys find it?
basic
Is yours set in Pokemon mode or trainer mode?
Trainer.
Okay.
It's in basic info.
It's up top. I see it now.
Topo topo.
Thanks.
Whew. Oh, let me
So
Time to
Austin,
finally use my orders. Yay.
ooh,
Woo woo.
this ability, is this something I can put on a Pokemon?
Type strategist. Move uses a move. Type strategist. Type strategist. Whenever the user uses a move of the type associated with type strategist. Is this something you put on a Pokemon? Is that what you're asking?
That is correct. That is what I'm asking.
let me double check because I believe I've put that on Ample, but I'm pretty confident that's the case.
I don't know.
Yep, yeah, that's an ability that you put on a Pokemon.
Okay, cool.
Is that
Or
so
maybe it's
that's
not
like
an ability,
thing?
it's something else, but that's just where I have it under on my sheet because it wasn't like a good spot for it.
It makes sense to me for that to be for your Pokemon.
Yeah, it's designed to be like put on a Pokemon, I think, in exchange for like
Okay. A
maybe
tutor
tutor
point,
points
maybe?
or something. I'm not certain.
Off
When I
to-
read through the type base though, like it kind of made sense.
Okay, so it is a type-based thing. Let me read through that.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. For 2 tutor points. Okay. So I can do that whenever I get more tutor points.
Okay.
When do you get more tutor points?
You get more tutor points at
certain levels.
certain levels.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually like
It's
5, like
5?
25.
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that.
Welcome
back.
So for overload,
Well, this feature is
Um, when it says bind
2
as a
AP.
standard action,
Yep.
does that mean it just takes the time of a standard
So-
action to bind it?
Yes.
Okay. I just
Yep.
have to have 2 AP to spare.
And then, yeah, a binding is basically a thing that lasts until the Pokemon leaves combat or is incapacitated.
Okay.
Cool.
So if you switch them, the overload goes away.
Could I do it before we start our trainer battle?
No.
Or would I have to do?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just like the games. It's going to be everything starts in their balls, and then you both throw out 2, and then everything can start. If you want to do setup, you'll have to do it during
Gotcha.
the battle. Yep.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. So assuming everybody's here, Tristan, Nina, Mr. Ike, and actually Naima comes down, and she has a Pokeball. It seems like Naima got out of bed before you guys, and she said, Team NIT asked me if I wanted to tag along. I'm not really a great trainer or anything, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, she has her Pokeball. And she's kind of like caressing it like a little bit nervously, like she's not quite sure how this is going to end. Tristan walks up. All right, so tell me if any of this sounds wrong. Each person gets 1 Pokeball, or at max 4, I guess, if somebody doesn't want to contribute. I think in leagues, technically everybody has to have at least 1. But anyways, I don't know. I'll have to read up on that when I get back. So, main thing, 4 Pokeballs, no items except the ones your Pokemon are holding. We'll go to their fainting, and Mr. Ike has something for them after the battle's over, so you don't got to worry about that. You guys got any questions?
I think we're good.
All right. Doubles again. So, he takes a few steps back.
Wait, we didn't discuss who was going first.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, we haven't had time to really strategize.
Yeah.
I mean, we attempted to, but then we were just trying to figure out how the system worked.
Yeah.
You're right.
I would like to lead so that I can use my feature plus Dynamo has no weaknesses. So I feel like it's a pretty strong start. Oh, also, I'm gonna go ahead and post lay flanking rules in easy rules.
It
Yeah, good
may
idea.
be beneficial for Parasect to come in after Tynamo, assuming Tynamo can deal with the flying threat. Additionally, whenever I throw him in, like I get the +10 bonus to my initiative. Versus if he's like already out when we start, then I'm not going to get that same bonus. So, I think it may be beneficial for Parasect to come in the second rounds, like after somebody's gone down or something.
I think it might be better also if Hatena Zoe is in the second round for heals.
Ooh,
Not unless we want to put her up in the front row just to start strong with heals and confusion.
I will say Parasect actually his moves aren't very high damage. It's more kind of supporty. Like Fury Cutter, if I keep hitting with it, can be good damage. But my other ones are like Stun Spore, Leech Life, and Poison Powder. So like not super high damage. So it may be better if Parasect and Hatena are split up a little bit.
Mm.
Right. Yeah, because I think he's more of a setter Pokemon.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well,
Like
so
you
maybe
go
I
in, you
should lead with him.
poison, you leech seed, you annoy the daylights out of
Oh,
enemy
what?
Pokemon.
Yeah, I have Leech Life, not Leech Seed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to
Oh, that would
misspeak
be
there.
nice.
Yeah, leech seed would be nice.
Would be cool.
I'm good. I'm good with hanging back then, if that's advantageous.
Well,
So do we want to
okay,
open
maybe
Ridgeback
what if we led with Dynamo and Parasect, and I could try and set while he tries to handle
Yeah.
any flying Pokemon options, and
And if we
then
don't have flying, I can go straight for the paralysis. Really
well,
double up
yeah,
on the.
yeah,
stuff.
and then we can hopefully have Frigibacks follow up on whatever like CC I've been able to
Yeah,
toss onto them, since
we can
I
throw our
assume Frigibacks
curveball.
might be our highest damage.
Yeah, we can throw our curveball a little later once we have more info.
How does that sound, guys?
Okay.
All right,
Alright.
let's try it. Protect me, tiny eel.
Tiny eel. All right. So the main thing is you have to kind of have to present clear lines here. So, so who is currently presenting their Pokemon?
I am.
Aye, Captain.
Now, question: are the other trainers able to help support the fight?
Yeah, they can still support and cheer and help command Pokemon. But they can't control Pokemon that isn't there. So they can only do support abilities.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah.
Can I lead by throwing my like Pokeball into like to get that like +10 bonus to my initiative, or no?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you're throwing a Pokeball out at the beginning. Your Pokemon start in their Pokeballs. So.
okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Then,
Jugglers are cool
sweet.
here. So starting with Mako and Amber.
Ooh,
That's correct.
Cool. All right.
yeah. I have fast pitch as well, actually.
Oh, I don't even know what it is. It's just a juggler thing.
Oh,
Okay. So before we get started here, I'm just gonna do everybody's speed here. So let me get the friendly trainers first.
do we want to define like a battle area or?
No real defined battle area right now.
Okay.
I think the
Chef it
general
up, baby.
I think the general idea is don't go too crazy and don't wreck anything. All right, speed for Elaine.
I think if the campsite and the shrine survive this ordeal, you've done well.
What's your speed,
I'm
Elaine?
just kidding.
I got it.
Okay, Vigo.
Let me check.
Everybody
It's,
everybody get your speed and the speed of your
12.
Pokemon ready. Okay, 12 for Vigo. Mako.
12. And 9 for Chinamo.
Okay, Amber.
13 for Amber,
Okay, and then
3 for Spectacle.
Is an 8-year-old faster than all y'all?
Because I've
Juggler,
invested
and I've
in
invested in speed, so.
Okay, and you said what for Dynamo? 9? And 3 for Spectacle. Oh, the Parasect. It's so wonderfully slow.
It'll get a +10 to initiative.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, Amber's kind of the speediest among all of you, isn't she? Okay. And then I need
All the laps we ran around the church building growing up.
Oh! No, we're good. Okay. I banished all of them to the Shadow Realm for a second.
My brain just played the sound from Twilight Princess.
Okay, I think we can get started here. This will be an experience for all of us, won't it?
So, does the +10 to initiative apply like now, or is initiative like a different thing? Because if it does, then me and Spectacle are both at 13.
I believe it would. Is it a training? What is it?
It's whenever you send a Pokemon into an encounter from a Pokeball, they receive a +10 bonus to their initiative during that round.
Yep. So what technically happens is your turn happens, and then you send out the Pokemon, and then whatever the Pokemon is gets +10.
Okay, cool for that round.
All right.
Okay, I gotta cook.
Yep. Tristan standing to the side, says, "Right, let's get it done." As Naima throws out Pokeball, Mr. Ike throwing out a Pokeball, everybody doing their thing, but you don't know what they are yet. They'll be on their initiative. Opening with Amber.
Wait, so is it not beneficial to have a high initiative in the first round? Because the Pokemon aren't there yet for you to attack them?
They're pre-chosen. They're pre-chosen. But I think it's still generally beneficial, Caleb, to go first. Just like a normal Pokemon.
Well, there's just no other Pokemon for me to attack right now.
If we look at
weird.
we need to look at the way that initiative works in league battles. So the way it works is everybody everybody states before things happen what they're going to do, and that goes from lowest to highest speed. So that a higher initiative means you can react to what other people are doing. However, you will act first once that turn order goes down.
Okay, got it.
Everything is declared, and then everything happens in the opposite order.
Okay, interesting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go ahead and declare. You're throwing out Parasect, I'm assuming. Anything else?
Well, okay, but this isn't a league battle, so the highest is declaring first. Or are we just declaring Pokemon first?
Did we just declare that the league battles the highest declare first, or is that incorrect?
No, lowest declare first.
Gotcha.
The highest can react.
And then resolve happens to the opposite order.
Got it. Okay. Understood. Okay, so the Pokemon that are not out right now won't be on this list. Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike is sending out an Aron. It comes out. I haven't really described what Aron sounds like, but it's kind of this high-pitched, like iron on iron grating sound as it comes out. Don't really feel like ruining my throat today, so I'm not going to try it.
Valid.
Okay.
And that's it for Mr. Ike right now. And then Naima is sending out a Hoot Hoot.
Alright, Isaac, here's your time to shine.
Well, not till my turn.
Kill that Hoot Hoot.
Oh, snap, dog. It's 2 flying types. Rats. Okay.
Okay, after Ike, it is Elaine's go. What would you like to try and declare here?
Oh, I can throw out a Pokemon? What am I doing?
Sorry, you should have gone at the same time as Naima, so yeah. Up to you. You could try to steal the front line here if you think you have a more favorable matchup than the people later on.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not dumb. That Arn is a hard counter. I think she's just gonna be backline support for now, doing her damage reduction rolls.
Right. I think you like declare what you think you're going to do. Right now.
I don't know what that means. What
Yeah,
am I?
so you declare your intention of what's going to
Yep.
happen when the actions actually resolve. Right
Yeah.
now, we're saying what we want to do on the following round, and then the round will happen. But we need to. We're declaring in the opposite order of speed. So, slowest person declares what they're going to do, and then the next slowest up to the top. So that the faster people can react to what the slower people are doing, and
Okay.
then the turn will resolve from fastest to slowest.
So I guess I will just do my basic Sage ability, damage reduction to Dynamo.
Okay. Awesome.
Do you want me to post that?
That's okay. Just remember it, and then it'll happen.
Did we put down the status effects on any of our channels?
Any of the easy rules? I don't know. Feel free to check.
Okay, I'm not seeing it.
I don't think we did.
Okay. Because, yeah.
Okay. So Elaine has declared she is using her Sage ability, and we're going up to Nina. Let's see here. I'm not going to bother with enemy trainer abilities for a bit here, and we'll just keep it simpler. Yeah, Nina is basically going to be passing as well as Tristan. Okay. Mako and Vigo. What are you guys committing here? Anything?
I'll be using Pokemaniac.
I don't have anything to do, so I'm just going to start watching intently.
Okay, you're using Pokemaniac on what Pokemon?
Let's go with Hoo Hoo.
Okay. All right. And then we're all the way back up to Amber. All right, Amber, what's it gonna be?
Okay, I'm going to be throwing out my Parasect. And then I'm going to be using, which I believe is yeah, I'd be burning an AP there to do that as a free action. So then I could also, unless what kind of action would that typically be?
To do what now? Sorry.
Just to throw out a Pokeball.
I believe that's the
Standard, yeah?
you can use that as your shift. I believe.
Shit. Okay.
Okay, then I would, yeah, I'll burn a shift action to throw out the Pokemon, and then I'm going to use a standard action to use Capricious Whirl, which is going to give Parasect a +3 bonus to evasion, but 5 less damage to all damaging attacks.
Okay, so
because
it's more evasive.
I'm not going to be effective as a damage dealer anyways.
Is that a bug ace thing?
That is a, it is a, like, command thing. It's called Trickster Orders. I think it was, it says given through Commander, so it must have been a Commander thing.
Sweet. Yep, you can use your
So,
shift
yeah.
action to return a Pokemon or send out a Pokemon.
Cool, yeah.
And you can also return a fainted Pokemon and send out a replacement Pokemon as one shift action. And shift is also your movement, which is probably most applicable here since you're not really going anywhere.
Yep.
All right, so shift. Parasect comes out and it's rolling out with that crazy big initiative.
Now, since Parasect is also on 13, would it technically go directly after me and thus have the ability
it would go
to...
immediately after, yes.
Okay.
Very cool.
So, in that case, then the Parasect is going to... man, I wasn't able to find a good thing for the status conditions. I'm gonna give me like 1 more minute to try and find where the status conditions are because I really don't. I have no idea how good any of these are unless I can find where they're like declared as what they do. Oh! I found him! Okay, let me screenshot this page. Okay, okay, this is a couple of them. It's not all of them. Status afflictions. Okay, fantastic. Are your moves physical or special, Isaac?
Should be special. I hope
Special?
they're special.
Okay, well, Federation.
Oh, Spark is physical. Oh,
Yep, it
good.
is.
Okay.
Okay.
Spark is a really good move.
It is,
Yeah, actually, it looks like
It's
it.
not as good as Nuzzle, but it is still good.
weirdly.
How much a tick is? A tick is a tenth of their HP. Okay, got it. Is the beginning of each damage roll. If they do not, they cannot take any. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So Parasect is going to attempt to use poison powder on the Hoot Hoot.
Okay.
As its turn.
All right. So here's what I want you to do. You haven't tried to actually command the Elder
That's correct.
Parasect in battle before.
Yes, I have to roll above a 7.
I believe that is correct. What is your current trainer level, actually? I think I made a new table for this.
Okay, well my trainer level is 4,
Okay.
which the way that we had it was
Right.
either 2 times your trainer level or 10, whichever is higher, and then it's the difference between that ability to command and
Yes.
then the Pokemon's level, which
Yep,
10,
7. Yep,
17.
Yep, so you beat a 7. If you don't beat a 7, I think I have a little table here I get to roll on.
Okay, cool.
See what happens.
And I just roll my command stat, right? So 46.
Yes. So
Okay,
likely,
fantastic.
but
Yeah, but not always.
yeah, not always. Not always.
All right.
Nice.
That's gonna get it. All right.
Sure.
So
Yeah, the Parasect comes out. Woo!
oh, that was so cool.
It turns back and it has one of those like, you know, the little red angry marks above its eye. How do you roleplay commanding this Parasect to go poison powder that Hoot Hoot?
Come on, Spectacle, you don't want to get bit by that thing, do you? I mean, it's a bird. Take it down.
It tilts its head ever so weirdly and innocently. The Parasect like looks between it and you and like trying to decide which it wants to kill first. It decides to decides to scuttle towards the Hoot Hoot and release a powder into the air. All right. So that's going to be not super duper accurate. Poison powder. It could miss.
That's correct. Yeah, it has an AC of 6.
Okay.
So am I just rolling a straight D20 here? -6.
Yes, I believe that's right. You don't add any bonuses yet.
Okay, got it. And would you like me to go ahead and do that since I assume we're working our way back down?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead.
Wow. Okay. 14.
There you go.
Very nice. Yeah. Parasect seems to shiver, and you see a bunch of spores fly off of this giant mushroom on its back, kind of this purplish-looking thing, and just saturate the area around the Hoot Hoot. All right. So, what else does that require? Is it just poison now?
Oh yeah, so it has the poison condition, and I'll post the first page of the status afflictions and the easy rules.
Thank you.
So it's going to be its special defense is lowered by 2 stages for the duration of the poison.
Okay.
And if it takes a standard action or is prevented from taking a standard action, such as from sleep, flinch, or paralysis, then they lose a tick of hit points at the end of that turn. So it's going to be taking a tenth of its HP and damage at the end of each of its turns, basically,
Gotcha. Okay.
or after its standard action. So
Very cool. Okay.
Um,
You performed a poison
and then-
powder.
yeah, he won't spend his shift action. He'll just hang out with me.
Okay. All right. Now, this is very close quarters, so keep in mind, if there's like AoE, it's possible the trainers get caught up in accidentally.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah, well, I already declared what I was going to do. So
Yeah.
I'll
No.
move on.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, if you want to move the Parasect, you can.
Okay, sure. I'll move the Parasects. Maybe how much movement is it? Let's see. what's the thing we use to figure out how much movement we have?
Oh, let me check.
Is it like?
I'm-
Surely it's not just like
Overland. Overland. That's what you
overland.
wanna look
Okay,
at.
got it. 6. Got it. Okay,
Six-
cool. Then I'm going to.
Your overland is 6 for the parasect? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I
actually
mean, it's got a lot of legs.
yeah, really scuttling. Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here because I don't want to get hit by that bird, and I would love to make this thing make a opportunity. Or actually, it's gonna be resistant to an opportunity attack, but even so, I would like to keep the dynamo alive, so I'm gonna move here to try and give us that opportunity. I don't even remember if there's flanking in this game, but yeah, that's good.
There is.
That's good with me.
Yeah.
Oh, do we allow diagonal movement?
We do. Yeah, you can diagonally move.
Boom, 6, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. The parasect just
Actually,
claw-
that's only
claw-
5.
clawing along the ground. All right. So after the parasect goes.
Elena gets the chills because of the legs
Yeah.
moving way too fast.
Tristan is like, Naima Hoodoo isn't looking so good. Might want to stick it on the parasect. She's like, oh yeah, got it. As Tristan and then Vigo is just sitting there with his little baby dragon on his shoulder, nibbling on rat bones.
In the backpack, yes.
Yeah. Mako.
All right. Is there a penalty to attacking with a special move when you're adjacent to your target? Just a 5e
Nope.
thing.
I don't think so.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, there's no penalties for any of that kind of stuff. The only difference is you can't use something that's not in range. Right?
Yeah, its special
So, like,
defense
you
is
use
lowered by
something
2
like-
stages right now. That hooded is.
Ooh. Oh
That's
yeah,
what-
true.
You could blow it
Like
out of
10.
the sky, even though it's on the ground right now.
Strike
well,
it
first-
down.
First off, Mako will be rolling Poke Education per Pokemaniac. Since I beat DC 10, I know its level, types, nature, and abilities.
Awesome. You're doing this on the Hoot Hoot?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now reiterate what exactly it tells you: the level, the type. What else?
nature and ability.
Gotcha. So it's a Hoot Hoot, normal flying. It's a level 6 Hoot Hoot. Its nature is lax, so it has superior defense and reduced special defense.
Oh, fantastic. It's super weak to special.
Any abilities of note?
Let me look really quick. Abilities are at the very bottom. It has insomnia. It's immune to sleep. And
Nice.
Okay,
it,
great. No.
it also can't rest.
All right, so I will command my Pokemon to move, and then am I commanding my Pokemon's move during my turn?
No, you do that on the Pokemon's turn. But
Okay.
you could role play it if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, target the Hoot Hoot Calamari. I'm just gonna
Awesome.
focus him down.
Beam him out of the sky.
Yeah.
Okay. Nina says,
Actually,
I think I'm glad we committed to what we did. She kind of looks at Tristan. It's like, yeah. As the Dynamo rears up for a massive electrical attack.
I'm gonna direct the Dynamo to move into flanking with the Parasect, and then
For the record, I will not be able to like really take advantage of that because like steel is going to be resistant to all my bug stuff.
oh,
So just so you know,
it is helpful.
but so is flying.
Where
So.
are you at? Do I just roll?
Where you at? Where you at?
Is this what I roll for Charge Beam?
Okay.
Did that roll for accuracy? I still don't understand how that works.
It did.
Oh.
-2.
Oh,
You
you
missed.
missed. Yes, you did.
Yikes.
Yep. The dynamo. You see electricity raking along its body, and then it fires out a beam that just goes wide. You get the impression the dynamo is maybe trying not to hit. The parasect gets nervous and blasts off into a nearby tree, which is behind back here. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. The hoot hoot goes, and the hoot hoot takes poison at the end of its go. Yes.
It is after it takes a standard action,
After it takes a standard action. Got it. Okay. This is
or
moving.
is unable to take said standard
This
action.
is actually moving reasonably quickly. Okay, and this is a standard action. Okay. Naima panicking a little bit. Hoot hoot. Get it with the weird eyes. Hoot hoot takes takes a single step to the side. Looks at the parasect. And you see its weird red eyes that are kind of weird and unnerving to look at the best of times glow as it uses hypnosis.
Oh yikes!
That's a gamble.
Yep, it is
That's
a
cool.
it is
Funny
a it is a -6.
I don't know how evasion plays into this, but I have a 3 in evasion right now because of the
Which one?
orders that I
So
use.
this is a status evasion.
Status evasion.
Okay, well, it's +3 bonus 2 evasion was the language of the capricious whirl.
I'm assuming that's normal evasion then.
The
this-
target has a
I
+3
guess
bonus
it would
2
be
its
all of them.
evasion.
I think it would be all of them.
Okay, so -9 to this because the parasect is acting pretty quickly here. So decent chance of this failing.
And then I
Almost.
have 1 special evasion if that affects.
This is status. So
So that's what we're.
It's
Okay.
status.
all right. So
I don't even see that on my thing.
Almost-
It's probably 0.
almost a
What's its
50-50.
speed?
Aha. It does it. It works.
All right.
Okay. Yep. The hoot hoot. The parasect looks over with those dull pupilless eyes, and you can see it swaling a little bit, and then it just sags slightly on all of its legs, and this like light steam of spores that has been coming off of it this entire time settles down. You think it's asleep, but it's hard to tell. Hoot hoot. You got it. The hoot hoot will then move some more. Let's check its overland here.
And then it'll take the tick damage too.
Actually, hilariously, slow. Has a sky of 4, so we'll say it takes flight, and then moves 1, 2. And yes, it is going to take that tick of damage. So let me find its HP. Okay. And then it is a 10th of that, right?
10th of the whole, I believe.
It's a tick. So let me do one of those. And then, is there an easy way? Let me calculate damage and see. No, there's no easy tick button. Alright, so
Well, there's like a the HP markers or whatever. Like on the
I see
sheet
it.
will kind of
I
show
see it.
you
It
what's
does,
what.
it does tell you. That's really cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Wait, what? That was too much HP. Hold on a second.
Okay. Cool. That is
There you
still
go.
the same.
Your Pokemon education doesn't tell you its HP, does it?
I don't think it does.
Okay, maybe that's a different feature. So for now, you don't know the HP, but
Yeah.
you have the health bar roughly. Cool,
Just like the games.
just like the games. All right. So that was the Hoot Hoots go. Naima's basically, we'll say she's basically doing nothing. She doesn't have trainer levels anyway, so. And then Elaine, you were wanting to deploy your Sage ability on the Dynamo. So damage reduction equal to your cult education, doubled or their tick value.
Yeah, or their tick value. So, Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
So my cult level is currently at 4.
Okay, my tick is 4 for Dynamo.
Okay, so you'd be getting 8 damage reduction as opposed to 4. So I would go for the occult education rate.
All right, so 8 damage reduction
Yep. So we'll.
on the Tanamo.
So
Nice.
that is not
Thank you.
temporary HP, is it, or is it like just strict damage reduction from everything?
I believe damage reduction is just a flat
Nice.
damage reduction.
Okay. Awesome. For 1 round. Got it. Okay, cool. So the Dynamo's tank here now. Very neat. All right. That's all you committed to. So, Mr. Ike, doing nothing. Auron will be going. So, the Auron. Yeah, Mr. Ike calls out. Get it with some of that uplifted earth, Auron! As Auron digs into the ground with its head and just shovels a bunch of earth up onto the Dynamo. It's going to hit you with a mud slap.
Ooh. Is that a ground type move?
That is a ground type move.
I have levitate.
Mhm. That's right. So the mud
Oh,
slap,
excellent.
the mud slap washes over the Dynamo. Effectively, yeah, it's just like the Dynamo just floats over it.
Dude, fake him out. Fake him out.
Yeah.
Make him think it was doing something.
As Ike says, "Oh, that's not good." As Auron just looks up, just kind of angrily batting at the ground with its little stubby iron legs.
Aw.
All right, so that's it for Auron, and we're back to the top. So we're going to start at the bottom again, and we'll do commitments. All right, so the Auron is going to be going for a tackle attack on the Dynamo. Ike, nothing. Elaine, what are you doing?
So Arn's doing tackle?
Yep.
On what?
The Dynamo.
Elaine, damage reduction again on Tanamo.
Okay, I'm just gonna stack that on your turn. Okay.
Mhm.
And then.
Well, it says that for 1 full round. So we just finished a round, didn't we?
So it'll last
It'll last until your
your
next
turn.
your turn. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. So you'll be refreshing it.
Right. I'd be refreshing it.
Yeah. Currently, we're like the planning phase of the league combat. So, all right. So, Hoot Hoot is going to be committing here to a. What will it be? What will it be? Probably not useful here. How often can this be used? Ah, can't use hypnosis again. Got it. Cool. So, yeah, the Hoot Hoot will be going it for a tackle as well on the Dynamo. And those are their commitments. And then what is your Dynamo doing, Isaac?
I will charge beam the Hoot Hoot.
Cool. And then
And
what
I
are
will,
you, and then
I
what are
will
you
also,
doing?
for the record, be moving away from the Aeron.
Okay, cool. And then what else are you doing, Mako? For your trainer. What is your trainer doing, Mako? What are you doing,
I'm
Isaac?
sorry.
Yeah.
I will use Pokemaniac again on Auron. And I'm actually not going to move Dynamo. I want an attack of opportunity.
Okay, you're using Pokemaniac on Auron this time. Got it. That's at will, yes.
Correct.
Okay, Tristan's nothing. Spectacle. What's the parasect is going to be trying to get out of sleep. But if it wakes up, what are you committed to?
Doesn't its initiative wear off now?
Oh yeah, it should be at 3, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it goes down to 3.
Yeah, that's just the first round. Okay. So yeah, what is the parasect committed to?
If it wakes up, it's going to use a stun spore.
Okay, stun spore on what?
It is going to use it on the should I just? Well, actually, wait. You can only be afflicted by one status condition at a time, right? Or is that just normal Pokemon?
I think you
don't
can
think
stack
that's
them.
the case
And in fact, your poison condition has a specific clause for if a Pokemon
Okay.
is asleep
yeah,
and poisoned.
duh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm going to also try and stun spore the Hoot Hoot.
Okay, gonna try and stun the Hoot Hoot as well.
Double that up.
All right, cool. All right, and assuming you'll be moving to get in range of that if you need to.
Yeah, it has a range of 6, but yeah, presumably.
Cool. All right, and then what are you doing as a trainer? Anything?
As a trainer, I'm going to at will use the mobilize feature on any ally, and that target cannot provoke opportunity attacks until on their next turn. So basically, I'm going to target Tynamo so that it will be able to get out after both of the opponents try to tackle it.
Okay, cool.
So it's not going to provoke opportunity
Yep,
attacks
yep.
when it moves on its turn.
Sweet. Okay. What does that look like in flavor? How are you instructing the Tynamo?
Tynamo, they're coming to you! Get out of there!
Nice. Very good. It turns around like what? Like who are you?
I can see the future. Trust me.
All right. Now we descend. Amber going first, so you get to use that thing on Tynamo immediately. And then anything else? Are you moving personally or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And then Vigo's still staying out of it, I assume. Mako.
Yep.
I'm doing the. Is it time to actually roll Pokemania?
Yep. It's time to roll.
Oh.
For the record, if you guys
Hey,
want to try and swap in, since my Pokemon is literally asleep right now, you're welcome to jump in.
Okay, I'll do it next round.
Okay.
Okay. You roll
Maybe
the Aron.
advantageous for us.
Totally. Let me. So
How do you wake from sleep in combat?
This is a level 6 Aron. I believe it's a roll on the Pokemon's turn.
Yeah.
Level 6 Aron, it's quirky, so it has higher special defense and weaker special defense, so it's neutral. And abilities. Let's see. Yeah, it's sturdy. It's immune to moves with the execute keyword. And if a single hit would take it out, it survives.
Okay. And it's its normal typing.
Yep, it is rock steel.
Nice.
All right, that's it for you, Mako, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, moving on down. It is Tynamo's go now.
All right, I will charge beam.
Charge.
Hey, that should hit if the number's positive, right?
Yes, the evasion,
Good.
assuming you're going after the Hoot Hoot.
Yes, sorry, I should have specified.
Yeah, I think you did earlier. Yeah.
Oh.
That hits.
Nice. And since it hits, 7+, yes, I get 1 combat stage of special attack
Cool. Does that take place after or before?
after.
Okay, got it.
So,
Oh, I already had a stage 1 on
oh wait, roll the
something
d20.
else.
Never mind.
So that damage is not correct, probably.
So,
Hold on.
I think it
Sweet.
increases your. It's a times 1.2 multiplier if you have one
Okay.
combat station.
That it should do 27 then. Now I'm at stage 1.
So that should be naturally messing. Yeah.
Is that already doubled for type advantage, or sorry, 1.5 for type advantage?
It would not be, no. The 1.5 would be, I think, 40. So 40 minus special defense.
Yeah, and its special defense, it's weak
it's
right
very
now.
weak right now. So.
Yeah, so it should be cooking.
Okay, so what's the total damage there? Sorry.
40?
40.
40. Is it round up or down?
Round
I
up
think it's
because
round down.
because
Round
you
up, okay, 41. Then.
because you can't deal a non. You can't deal zero amount of damage, right?
Yes. Although that's a special case.
Special effectiveness, double effective. Oh, actually, let's try this and see if it calculates it correctly using what we're doing. Okay. So the base damage is 27.
Mhm.
It has a thing for double effectiveness.
Oh.
Okay, so if this deals 40 damage, or thereabout in that ballpark. I think that's right. I think it did it correctly.
Is it 40 or 41?
It gave us 42 total damage.
40?
Uh,
42.
after type. After defenses. I'm gonna assume this is right. Perhaps.
42 doesn't... It would be either 40 or 41. 41 if it's rounding down, 40 if it's
So 40,
rounding...
40 well, and that
40.
kind of for defenses. So it's not doing 1.5. It's
Oh,
doing,
it accounted for defenses.
It's doing, yeah, it did.
Alright.
But also,
Well, then it would be
Did you
double,
add
yeah.
a?
yeah, what?
Was that including stab, by the way?
Do you have
Yeah, it looks
stab
like it
minimum?
was.
I think it auto includes stab.
It says 3 plus 2, so I'm assuming that the plus 2 is probably for same type attack bonus.
Yeah,
For now,
so,
I'm going to assume this is right. You almost KO'd it with that. And I'll double check the recording later, and I'll do the nitty gritty grind and just make sure.
Okay, but before anybody else uses a move, make sure to turn on stab if it's applicable, because that's important.
Yes.
Extra
I don't
damage.
know what that does.
There's a button. There's a button. Same type of attack
Right.
bonus on the move itself. If
Oh!
you match the type, click that button. Unless it's struggle, which is sometimes the same type as yours, that doesn't get stab.
Gotcha.
Wait, what is the 5?
Okay. Yeah. The
No, not that. You're looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, got it. That's the multi-attack thing.
The charge beam comes out, and this tiny spherical flying creature is just silhouetted in this electrical bright beam, and then you see it just barely around, like one of its eyes is like swollen shut. It's like burnt all over its body.
Can I have Dynamo move at this point, or would I have had to declare it?
You specifically said you were going to not move Dynamo, I believe, was what you stated.
In the future, will I have to declare movement?
I might just say you have to declare your standard action, and then you can do whatever else. Because otherwise it's going to be too involved, I think.
Yeah.
It would be extremely hard to line anything up.
It would. It would.
Basically, I just want Dynamo to stay in range of Hoot Hoot. I'm trying not to let it get away.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you blasted the Hoot Hoot, and that's that. Now the Hoot Hoot goes. The Hoot Hoot, having a very rough time, is going to commit to its glorious tackle attack. Moving in, just basically all of the velocity it accumulated, and it is actively falling through the air on top of your Dynamo here. So it's going to be a tackle. So let me look at the thing. Okay, and then I need to
Don't forget about the damage.
Yes, thank you.
stab. No, not double strike. Tick stab. There.
Oh. No, I was right.
Okay, we're rolling accuracy. All right, that's a hit. I'm assuming your Pokemon has no evasion.
I saw nothing.
Yeah, me neither.
That's a 5. I might have to toggle like whether it's on the GM layer or not later. And then damage coming in. And this is normal effectiveness, no special stuff happening. But this is a stab because Hoot Hoot is a normal flying type. That's going to be 16 damage from the tackle.
So 8 after
What's your defense?
damage.
Yep,
Well,
calculate.
actually,
Yeah, put that in your damage calculator and see how you look.
Wait, there's a damage calculator?
Yeah, there is on my sheet. If you look at the top right,
Don't
next to your HP,
see.
there's something that
Oh,
says
no!
calculate damage. That's what I've been using.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sheets
Wait,
the
but-
sheets are pretty nice for this.
It just says input value. What about like the type? and stuff?
It'll walk you through. There's multiple steps to the calculate damage.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I rate that.
Do we have the type effectiveness changes in here? Such as the adjusted steel type in Dragon and such?
No. But you
Okay.
can. What do you mean in here? Like in the sheet?
Yeah. So in the
Uh,
because there was the changes to type effectiveness.
right. No,
Okay,
but
that's
it
cool.
but it also doesn't ask for your typing. It just asks if it's double effective or whatever.
Okay.
So to
So I took
clarify, Isaac,
1
you just took.
damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Nice.
took 9 damage. Is that what that says?
Nice.
One.
That's
You took
about.
one.
Oh, just one. Wow.
After the damage reduction, I only have 1 damage.
Wow. How did that
Yeah.
happen? How is your defense that high? That's incredible.
My defenses that I gave to him.
Oh, the damage reduction.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, that's
I was
right.
gonna say, I only have 7
That's
defense.
right. Okay, so it would have been much more significant. And
Yeah.
damage reduction
Nice.
happens at the last thing that happens, I assume, and not up front.
I would assume as well.
Okay, got it. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but very cool. All right, so that hoot tackled you, and then it's going to take that damage. It goes down, faints.
Oh no.
just plows into the ground.
Poison tick. Let's go.
Hoot hoot no! Naima reaches at her Pokeball. And she'll withdraw the hoot immediately.
Amber
So-
will be like,
I didn't.
You clipped out.
You
yeah.
really did clip out.
You went
Your
super.
entire thing.
Okay,
clipped out.
let me-
You went supersonic, dude.
okay, let me turn down my gain a little bit.
Alright.
All right. Yay, we got one.
Man, Amber's turned cheeky. She was bashful at first. I think she's coming out of her shell. She's like. the-
She was like camera shy, but yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
She's gonna blossom into a poisonous butterfly soon.
Yes.
All right.
Whoa.
Naima withdraws the hoot. And the Pokemon will be replaced at the top of the next round by a committed team member. All right. So we have our middle Elaine, and Elaine has committed to her damage word for Tynamo, which
Yep, so
you said was at will, yes.
It is that will.
Cool,
yes.
cool, cool. All right. And that's it. And then,
Wow, broken.
Nice. Yeah.
Great, yeah. Mr. Rake. Again, not bothering trainer abilities. You know, maybe they're going easy on you. Maybe they're novices. I won't think about it right now. Keep things moving quickly, and we'll just get through this. So Mr. Rake's passing Aron. Aron is going to be going in for that tackle we committed to earlier. Let me move this a little. Where is it? There he is. Okay, so moving in for the tackle against the Dynamo. So no stab on this one. Rolling accuracy. Oh, -1. It misses.
Whoa.
The Aron jumps up into the air and just misses the Dynamo as it flows out of reach. And that's it for the Aron. Moving on. Now it's time for the Parasect. So let's look up sleep here, shall we?
It's on that thing that I posted earlier, but
Yes.
I don't really know how the roll works.
Also, Jeremiah, the
Oh wait, no, it's not.
the type change stuff is in a handout if you'd like to look at that.
It is?
Yep.
Oh, that would explain why I could never find it.
Yeah, check in house rules. I'll go and delete,
Okay,
I'll
cool.
delete this one and get a better screenshot for easy rules because I do like putting it in there, but I won't put it in there for now.
Mhm.
But yeah, type changes. It's all laid out nice for you.
Okay, this is
Oh, lost my flying.
Oh, Pokemon and trainers may wake an adjacent ally as a standard action. Fascinating.
Okay.
Oh, that split that up
Well,
into 3 messages. Sorry.
Would that be? Well, I don't know. Would that be usable in league rules?
Good
That's
question.
as a standard action, not as like a move. So
Right. So maybe here would be okay. Probably not here actually. But so normally in league matches, trainers are confined to their trainer square, right? So you wouldn't normally be able to go out into the battlefield and wake your Pokemon up. But you could have another Pokemon wake them up. And there'll be a lot of Pokemon out at once, especially once we get to the big battles later on. So that's totally applicable for Pokemon to Pokemon stuff. Like you could have your Tynamo wake up your Parasect if you feel like the Parasect is super invaluable here.
Really? Okay.
Yep. So all right. I need to go look at the sleep rules really quick. You posted that.
so it's a DC 16. I just don't know if I get to add anything to that or not.
I don't think so. I don't think
Wow.
you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Sleep
just a-
is pretty brutal. But she only gets to use it once a scene, and it wasn't that likely to hit. So
Yeah.
it's
Fair enough. All right. So then I'll just go and roll a d20. Pop off. Let's go.
All right, the Parasect wakes up, and you committed to a stun spore on the Hoothoot, which is no
It was-
longer
it
around.
was-
So I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that on the Aron instead, since that's how
Okay, cool.
that's how doubles normally work.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Then,
I don't know what
okay,
the rule
so-
says about that, but I'm gonna say you can use it on the Aron right now.
I dig it. All right, so that is going to be d20 minus 6 again. And this is a twice per scene thing, so this will be one of my 2 uses. And then obviously whatever. This is or I guess status, yeah, so whatever its status like thing is. So it's a 6, I don't know what.
Status evasion, you definitely hit the Aron with your stun spore. So Aron's paralyzed.
Oh, man.
So we'll go ahead and throw on a little lightning bolt symbol there. I think that's probably good for paralyzed. Now paralyzed immediately reduces speed, right?
Yeah.
So how much does it reduce speed by?
Okay, let me grab
Is it
the
minus
rules
like
here.
-3 or something?
Okay, so the target speed status lowered by 4 combat stages.
4 combat stages. Okay.
At the beginning of each turn, the target is paralyzed. They must make a DC 5 save check. If they succeed, they may act normally.
Well, I'll just put
If
in
they do not-
paralysis on persistent statuses and see what it gives me.
Yeah. Oh, that would be sick if it just altered the stats for you.
I think it does usually. It did it for poisoned.
Fantastic.
I don't think it's doing it for paralyzed, but that's okay. So, speed stages. That's somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. Combat stages. You guys see a place where you can input combat stages and it auto-calculates for you?
Next to the stats for me.
Next to stats.
Yeah, so there's stage next to current.
Ah, thank you. Okay, cool. I see. I can input that. Got it. So -4 to the combat
Yeah.
speeds. Okay.
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, that should have it, I believe.
It does have it, so it's at 2 speed now. Very sick. All right. It doesn't really change anything, but the paralyzed possibility for no turn is really cool. Okay, so and on its turn, at the beginning of its turn, I'm assuming that's going to be just a straight D20. What's the roll it needs to be?
So it needs to beat a 5 in order to do anything.
Got it. Okay, so 1 in 4 chance it doesn't do anything on its turn. Very sick.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, and that was your Parasects go. So top of the order.
Can I move?
Sure. Do we want to go ahead and state that rule where you can shift and even though you didn't commit to it? Like, yeah. Just commit to your standard action, and then you can do other things like your.
Fantastic. Then I'm
swift
going
and shift
to move away from it because I don't know if it has any ranged.
Okay. So opportunity
gonna be my
attacks.
turn.
Opportunity attacks.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It
Okay,
is.
cool.
It is
I believe
paralyzed.
that's just
This will be a good
There's also
learning
blank-
experience.
Does paralyze say anything about opportunity attacks? Because that would be something I imagine it would do.
Let me see.
At the beginning of each turn, the target is paralyzed.
If they do not. If they do not, they cannot take any standard shift or swift actions.
Oh, attacks of opportunity cannot be made by sleeping, flinched, or paralyzed targets.
Awesome.
Bam!
Yep. I was just reading that. Excellent. So no opportunity attack from now on. Cool. The Parasect scuttles away like the little speed freak it is. Even though like it moves slower than everything else, when it finally commits to its move, it's really fast.
It's scary. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's like a
So
spider.
yeah, exactly, exactly. It doesn't move until it does, and everyone is no good with that.
Startled.
Starting at the bottom, we will go ahead and the Aron now moves slower than the Parasect, so the Aron is going to go ahead and commit to A. The Aron wants to stay out.
He has decided to commit.
I'm trying to think of how we want to play this. Because we have Mr. Status Effect with the Parasect. But the Parasect will eventually lean back on its physical attacks. And then we have the Tynamo, which is special. So I don't think there's going to be a Harden in order. But that is an option. I think instead it's just going to go for the Tackle. It's going to go for the Tackle on... It may, seeing the ward is up there, it may... Nah, it's going to go for the Tackle on Tynamo. It has to. Alright, so, going for the Tackle on Tynamo. And then Parasect, what is that committing to?
Ooh, did you and Isaac, or not Isaac, Jeremiah want to swap?
I think that's a good move because I threw out my status condition like our Steel Boy is like primed and ready to be cooked. So I feel like it would not be a bad move to swap him because I mean I could wait till whatever else comes out and try and go after it, but like it's not gonna be. Like my damage is just not like that strong unless I just keep hitting something over and over again with a Fury Cutter. So especially because I have a thing bound where I get additional evasion in exchange for damage. So.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So I really think it would be best to probably have somebody else swap in if you guys are comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the Parasect is going to be swapping, and that'll happen on your turn. So I'll just go and remove it from the turn order. Ike's chilling. Elaine, what are you doing? What do you commit to?
Is it announced that the Frigibax is coming out?
Yeah, I would.
We know that that's
yeah.
the strategy.
Yeah, I would say like you guys are communicating amongst yourselves at least to a degree here. So you know.
I feel like we get to do a little bit of a meta hive mind.
Yeah, I think so.
Actions.
Because you got like the back line, like the command center going back here, and like so you guys are trying to figure out how to break this. So, yeah, I would assume you know.
I think Elaine is going to commit to her Sage to the Frigibax now because of typing difference.
I like it.
That's probably a good thing because I believe Frigibax has 3 defense. Very much a glass cannon.
Yep.
That's wild.
Thankfully, I don't think the Aron has any steel type moves right now. But later on, the Aron versus the Frigibax is going to be a nightmare matchup for you.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible. Ice does not resist steel. So yeah, that's going to be rough.
Wait, I think that was in the type changes.
No, it doesn't. It resists fire, or not fire. Fire. It resists water.
Oh, it's super effective against steel. Okay.
Yep.
I assumed they went both
well,
ways.
yeah,
Gotcha.
one of the changes was to kind of keep Ice's identity as mostly aggressive typing, which is so it's super effective against a couple of problem typings like water and steel.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, Frigibax is very much a glass cannon sweeper-ish type. Very fast, very high attack. So.
All right. So we're going to be sending out the Frigibax then. So we've kind of committed to that already, but we'll get to you on your turn. So and then Naima. So Naima is going to be withdrawing the Hoot on her go. And then your Tynamo. What's the Tynamo doing?
Tynamo will be charge beaming the Aron.
Okay, charge beaming the Aron.
Charge beam the Aaron.
Nina will be passing. Mako, what are you doing?
I will be Pokemaniacking whatever new Pokemon comes in.
Okay, I think that's probably fine. I think you can say that. We'll say the first Pokemon that comes in. How about that?
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. So, all right. So you've done that, and
First
then
new Pokemon.
and then Vigo, what are you committing to?
So I am sending in the Frigibax.
Sending in the
I
Frigibax?
believe that's just a shift. Yeah.
That's a shift, and then you
Some
have
other?
any other actions on your turn you might like to use.
Okay. Let's use some orders. Let's
Orders?
use the brutal training.
Okay.
As an order.
Cool. So sending in the Frigibax and going to be issuing some training. Awesome. Cool. And then Tristan's going to be committing to throwing in a Pokemon here. I don't know if you guys know what Pokemon is going to be, but you know he's sending in a Pokemon.
I believe we know he has an Eevee.
Eevee.
That's all we
Yeah,
know.
I was about to say.
Yes,
We don't
that's
know anything
correct.
else though. An Eevee with a hat. I'm excited. I want to see this Pokemon.
That hat's gonna get ruined.
Okay. And then that is it. Going up to Amber. What are you committing to, Amber? You're withdrawing Parasect. Are you doing anything
Yep.
else?
I think I'll just do that.
Okay. Cool.
Let everybody else cook. So I'm just gonna put it behind me just to make it easy.
Okay. So let me make sure the Roll20 is up again. All right. So yep. Moving on. So top of the order, Amber is going to be shooting out her little laser beam Pokeball and catching the Parasect, which the
Great job, killed.
oh, by the way, you should have rolled another command check earlier to see if the Parasect obeyed you. It has to do it every time.
Wait,
Oh, that's a great point.
hold
I'm
on.
curious now.
Just a second.
Yeah.
So Frigibax Frigibax should be able to take a turn, yeah?
I think so, right?
Because it's a
I
different
believe it's-
trainer that's swapping.
Right.
Because it's across 2 turns. I'm just swapping in a Pokemon. I'm not.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes. I think.
Hang on.
Yes.
So we've got one player. We've got one person who's withdrawing a Pokemon, another person who is releasing a Pokemon, which is their shift action, right?
Yes.
So looking at the Switch Pokemon tree, is it hold on, that's not as your standard action.
So
And your shift action for 1 or standard action 2, you may command. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You should be able to command your Pokemon. I'm sorry.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it was gonna be real bad, I would have just quick switched it so that we
Yeah.
can make sure to get him in. But it's
Go,
fine.
go ahead and roll the command, just to see. I'm kind of curious. Was it
Oh,
was
the,
it was that your 11 right there? You won. Okay.
Yeah,
Good,
it would have worked.
You got it. Good. Awesome. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't read that. All right. So that's it for Amber. Yeah. Moving on to Tristan. Tristan says, "Man, I don't know what support they have on that thing, but let's see if Eevee can crack it." Sends in. He throws a Pokeball actually over the conflict between Tynamo and Aron. He has a bit of a throwing arm on him. And in comes the Eevee. V. It pounces onto the ground. It has a cute little beanie. You saw it last night at dinner. This thing actually looks like very alert, fast, active. So Tristan, because you know what he's committed to. Actually, I need to pull this out of my Pokemon pool. 1 second. Okay. All right.
That's true.
So,
DM.
yes.
Jeremiah just pointed out a weird conflict.
Okay.
Yeah. So Frigibax is faster than I am.
Also, he can move immediately after you.
Okay. If I needed to commit, I would have done. Well, actually, does it matter? Since I'm sending out this turn, do I need to commit? Also, it would be the fastest thing on the field. I don't know how we want to work out all of that in this particular case.
I
think it
would
would make
think that it would mean that it would act as soon as it is possible for it to act, which means as soon as
Right.
your action
Okay.
finishes.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
And then I guess it would be the top of the next turn's initiative.
The EV is committing to a tackle. on the Dynamo here. So, and
What's its speed?
its speed is pretty good. Let me go grab it right now. It's a 13. So, so based on the ruling we just made, the EV will basically go immediately after Tristan here. So, and we're out of the planning stage now. Yes, we made all the plans. Pretty sure. I think.
Sounds like
I think EV
What is
goes.
Frigibax gonna do? Are we announcing attacks too?
Yes. Yeah. You should.
Okay.
What you can do is you can announce the attacks on the trainer's turn. That like he would send out the Pokemon, right? Because it's impossible to issue orders to your Pokemon unless they're already they're around. Well, unless you can talk to them in their Pokeball, I guess that's the thing. Anyways, we'll say that's true for now, just to avoid weird initiative shenanigans.
I need
So
to find where the hitbox stuff is. Where is that? Because I've got something that's a cone, and I want to figure out.
check
What
check.
exactly
It's in easy rules.
Oh, it is okay.
Yeah. All right. The EV is going to go in immediately. And it is going in with the tackle.
Beautiful.
So this is going to be a 10 versus your evasion, which definitely hits. I already rolled accuracy. I need to roll damage. Okay.
this is tackle.
This
we
is
still can't say anything.
This is an EV tackle. Yeah, I know. It's to GM. I need to figure out how to change that, but for now, that's a 29 that you'll need to put into your damage calculator. Physical. It's a tackle attack.
22. Wow.
Okay.
Is that also reduced by the damage reduction?
She hasn't been able to do it yet.
She did last turn.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
it
still
got
have
used
the
up.
damage reduction.
I don't think it's I don't think it's expended when it's used. That would be interesting. but
Okay.
yeah, it's
Pretty
Yeah.
sure damage reduction is just
it just lasts.
a
Yeah.
flat reduction to the
Oh,
damage. It's like an
okay.
extra set
Right.
of defense.
Right. It's not temporary HP. It's more defense. Yeah. Exactly.
Got
So
it.
understand it like this: when it's my turn again, that's when I'm going to be casting the damage reduction on the Frigibax, and the damage reduction on your Dynamo is going to be gone.
Yep.
So you still have that +8 damage reduction. So you'll want to
Okay.
redo your math.
Awesome.
Wait, say that again, Christine?
You want to redo the damage math because you still have your +8 damage reduction.
But we can,
Okay, I did.
we can just take 8 off of that, so
Yep.
down to
Yeah.
down to
Okay.
14.
So 26 is accurate, right? You've already done the +8, right, Isaac?
Correct.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. The EV springs out of its Pokeball, and this little brown fox creature just leaps into the air like an acrobat and just smashes your Dynamo into the ground. It hits. Normal type Pokemon using a normal type move.
Oh, true.
V. It lands on its feet, and we go over to Vigo. So Vigo taking his actual turn now, releasing the
All right.
Frigibax.
Ooh, yeeting it,
Gonna throw him.
yeeting it right here.
Yeah, nice.
So, and issue brutal training as orders. So, yeah.
Okay. Hurricane's brutal. Brutal Pokemon increase the crit hit and effect range of all attacks by +1. Sick.
Yeah, so more likely to crit.
More likely to crit, for
Mhm.
sure. If you have
And,
any, mhm.
because it has a speed of 14, I'm assuming it takes a turn instantly. Yeah, that was what we were.
Yeah.
We had
Yes,
decided on?
yeah, it immediately goes. So,
Okay.
is it not on the turn order? It's not. So let me go and add
It's
it.
not. Yeah.
And
So-
by the way, Vigo, if you do end up attacking Aeron, we are flanking it. So it gets a -2 penalty to its evasion.
We are. We don't have to be across from it. That's interesting.
Yeah. Which also
Cool,
means that Dynamo is being flanked.
Do.
So are adjacent. No. That's
hang on.
they're not flanking
Correct.
because they're adjacent to each other, so they do not count as flanking.
Okay, I haven't looked at the rule, so I'm assuming you guys are
Yeah.
correct. Whatever you say.
Nick has
Yeah, I
looked.
just found
Yeah.
it as well. It's in the easy.
It's a bold and powerful responsibility as a
Oh,
player.
I
I know.
see.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. So
Ridgebacks.
icy wind.
Ooh.
Go. This is a cone, so this is going to be at both of them. This is the
Awesome.
cone,
Will that also be hitting Dynamo?
cone. Nope.
Oh, I
it's,
see. I see how it
this
works.
shape.
Very cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
So yeah, 14.
Very cool. I think you
No
hit.
crit,
I
unfortunately.
think you hit both.
And that's not a great damage roll. 17, and I believe that should be super effective against the Aaron. It's also special.
Okay. And rock is not resistant to ice, is it?
I don't actually know. Let me check.
It says it takes half damage on my Pokédex. Aaron does.
Well, that's not necessarily going to be accurate. Let me see if there was any changes to this. Ice resist water, weak against rock. Weak against rock. Okay. Yep.
Weak against rock. Yeah. So that was a defensive buff to rock. So your ice type move is actually neutral here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So 17, and that is special. Icy wind.
Yep.
Cool. All right, we're getting this, guys. I can't.
Holy cow, dude!
And also speed is reduced by 1 state.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
That just happens when it hits.
Yes. It
Awesome.
does.
How do you have a plus 10 to damage on your icy wind?
It's just part of the damage base.
Wow.
Okay, so
It's damage base 6, I think. Yeah, 6.
let me actually input health for the Aron.
while you're doing health, Isaac, I just want to make sure that your health is right for the calamari. So it's already taking you down by almost half.
I believe so.
Did you
So
not
I-
put in the +8 damage reduction like before?
I did. After the, so I took 14 damage.
So you should be at 27 then,
27?
if your max age is 41.
Well, I had 1 damage from the other.
Cool.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So the
Then I think it's
Frigibacks.
good.
The Frigibacks. Actually, you probably just throw the Frigibacks, which is the funniest part. He's done a Pokeball.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
you-
probably already out.
Yeah, you throw the Frigiback,
Watch-
free flies through the air, hits the ground, inhales like its weird little dinosaur frog chest, inflates to several times its size, and then it releases icy wind from its mouth. Hits the Aron. Aron is now very, very slow, so that's another -1 combat station speed, right? So -5 now.
I don't think he's allowed to move.
It's actually the
very
same.
slow.
He's still at 2. It can't really be reduced that much more. All right, but the good damage.
It should hit the Eevee as well.
Oh yes, Eevee, thank you. And then I need to put that into the Eevee defenses. So that's in there 17.
If I need to, I could also potentially drag until the Eevee next turn, which will be doing a lot of damage. If I hit.
It's actually crazy how good the AoE is because of the brutal thing that you did. Because it ups the range too. So like,
It does?
yeah. So your attack technically hit all of this.
No. Effect hit. So that's like
Oh.
if something has a number on the move.
Yeah. So like Ice Beam,
It's more
right?
like a-
Ice Beam has a chance to freeze, right? He would get an extra number on that.
Got it. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah. So rather than say it would do it on a
Zargiel
20, it
better.
would do it on a 19 as well.
That makes more sense.
All right. I'm gonna be back in just a couple of minutes.
Okay. I think we're good to keep going. So that was the Frigibex's go. Maka, Pokemaniac goes off on the Eevee. Go ahead and roll that.
Yes. Nice. I passed again.
You passed. Okay, this is a level 7 Eevee. This is a hasty nature, so its fast and it has low defense.
Okay.
It is normal, of course, and let's see its abilities. Its ability is sprint. The user gains +2 speed combat stages. Bonus the user's overland speed is also increased by +2. That happens
Wow.
when the user uses the sprint action during combat. So if the EV gets moving, it's incredibly quick.
So it's the Tabaxi monk of PTU.
Yeah, sure. Just Tabaxi monk. All right.
SDV's less so.
I think that's all it gives you. And you didn't commit to anything else on your turn, did you? Or you get swift action or shift action. I think we declared that on your.
Oh yeah.
If you want to move, you can.
I have no need of that.
All right. Nina passing. Tynamo.
All
You committed to a charge beam on.
Charge beam on the Aaron. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Go for it.
Action. Oh, I meant to move first. Oh well.
That would have opportunity attack from the EV.
So,
Well, I was just gonna shift around to flank, but
some slightly
that
different
would get
music
in the
here.
way of Frigibex. Oh, I would have hit if I had done that as well. Oh well.
Are you able to roll a d20 to see if we can't retcon?
What was the retcon on?
I
wanted to
wanted
shift the
to
calamari.
shift. Yeah. I'd wanted to shift him to here so he was flanking. I didn't do that in time.
Yes. I would let you. I would let you try to retcon that if you're rolling D20 11 and up. I'll let you have it.
Oh,
Unlucky.
Oh well.
Alas. Yep. The charge beam goes wide. Do you still roll to see if you get the bonus on a roll of 7? Please?
No, only on a
Successfully hits.
successful
Successfully hits. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. All right.
So that's it.
Yeah. I mean, if the Tynamo were hitting, you would be dealing great damage right now.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of your thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially because he doesn't learn any moves till he evolves.
All right. I'm passing Elaine.
right. So she is casting that Sage Aura onto the Frigibax,
Sweet.
alerting Mako that Calamari no longer has the upgraded defenses.
Awesome. I'm going to put that 8 on the blue bar there.
What blue bar?
I gave you a blue bar.
Oh,
Shit, I could probably give you the visible to everyone. There we go. Now you can see there's an 8 on there.
mhm.
Okay. And that's it for you? No shift or swift action?
Nope, she's gonna stand where she's at.
Ms. Rick, passing into the Auron, and the Auron has to roll 5 up in order to not be paralyzed this turn. Okay.
Oh, crit.
I don't think there's any special effects on critting a status effect. He just gets to move. And he's committing to the tackle attack on the Tynamo. So let me grab that. No stab. Is there a way I can... Now that I'm thinking about it. Public. There we go. Let's see if this works. Roll AC. You see that, guys? 6?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do see it.
Okay, good. All right. So 6 hits the Tynamo for sure. And we'll go ahead and roll damage on that. So that's a 24. So you calculate that in your damage calculator.
Oh yes. Okay.
Ooh, this is gonna come close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both teams
You're gonna be
have... You still have a Parasector in reserve, which is very good. Like, you can bring that bad boy back out. Hopefully it'll listen to you. We'll see.
Physical and normal still, right?
What's that?
Physical and normal effectiveness still?
Yes, physical normal, yep.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Tynamo hanging on. So yeah, the force field is no longer around Tynamo, so it's taking the full hit here. Cool. All right, and that's it for Auron. Back up to Amber. Doing anything, Amber? Or actually, we need to commit from bottom up, don't we? All right, the Aron. Let's see here. The Aron might go after the Frigibax.
Thinking I should withdraw Tynamo before he faints. Christine, you want to swap in, or Amber?
Yeah, the Aron's gonna be rearing up for a tackle against the Frigibax.
I don't think that's a bad idea because you might be able to get an electric attack off against their flying type
Elaine, Elaine, who are you committing to?
if
here?
you live.
Hang on, they're talking.
It's your time to commit. What are you? You're at 8. So
I know it's my turn, but they were communicating, so I'm gonna let them communicate.
Yeah, I think either option's good, but I definitely think that one of the two of us should go in for Dynamo so that we can reserve that potential electric attack against that flying type that they've got as their 4th Pokemon. Would you like to go in, Christine, since you haven't gotten in yet?
Sure, I'll swap out with Dynamo.
Okay.
okay. So on your turn, you're committing to switch in your fairy type, your psychic fairy, and then you are doing anything else? Because switching in is just a shift action.
Yeah, she's still going to actually hang on. So swapping out. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sage Defense on the Frigibax still.
Okay.
As a trainer.
Hey Jeremiah, what's Frigibax's HP? I just want to have it out here so we can see it.
Let me check.
Okay. Cool. So you're
59.
You're committed to that. 59. So what is the Tynamo going to be doing? He's going to be
I will
getting
be
switched out, right?
Yep.
Okay. And 59, he's maxed out on HP right now, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And as my trainer action, I will just use Pokemaniac if a new Pokemon jumps in.
Got it? Okay. So, Nina, and then Mako. You already committed to your Pokemaniac. Frigibax, what's Frigibax doing? Actually, hold on. I need to reorder this slightly. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
There we go.
Bringing out the real fast voice now.
Yeah. Okay, so after Mako, Amber, doing nothing, I assume?
Yeah, Amber is not going to be doing anything.
Okay. The Eevee's committing to a tackle attack on this Dynamo.
All right. So then, I'm assuming Frigibax just takes its turn.
Yeah, and now you commit. Yeah, exactly. It is.
Oh, rats.
Yep.
I commit to the action I am currently doing.
Yep. Well, yeah, I think you do still have to say what you're doing because priority moves exist. Like if the Eevee wanted to quick attack.
Yeah. Let me just check. Yep. Okay. So can't move around. I don't think. Actually, I can get into flanking with this. I can go like that. Yeah, this is a valid space.
Flanking valid space, Nick.
This is a valid space. I think moving through these squares, not into the square, but moving through the squares is a difficult terrain. So extra movement on that.
Okay. And since that's not starting a movement, it wouldn't proc opportunity, right? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And you're not going to get opportunity attacked from Aron because he's paralyzed.
Yeah, it's paralyzed.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, shift
Get in
action, move, and well, actually, I'll commit. It's going to Dragon Tail the Eevee.
Excellent. It's gonna Dragon Tail that Eevee, dude. It's gonna be great. Let's hope
Okay.
it. Let's hope.
What exactly are the benefits of flanking?
I hope it hits.
-2 penalty.
Less
Okay.
evasion. So you're likely to hit.
All right. You've missed this almost every time for Frigibax, but I believe.
All right,
in
Do
you.
it!
bring it in,
Just do
Frigibax.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna hit like a truck.
All right. So I believe this is also super effective because Dragon versus Normal. So
Oh my word.
Was that a one-hit KO?
This is a physical attacker, by the way.
Okay. Let's see.
Actually, it's more than that. It's a 42 because of
Stab.
last chance.
Oh, last chance, baby. Sick.
Go,
Dra-
Frigibacks.
Dragon Ace, baby. So it's 42.
Vigo gets a bit of a wicked grin as he commands Frigibacks to Dragon Tail, this adorable little creature. Yeah, 42.
Okay. It wouldn't have been enough if the Eevee hadn't taken a little bit from that Icy Wind earlier. But it takes 37 damage here. The Eevee is down and out. The Eevee had 35 HP left.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, the dragon, the Frigibax just clawing its way around this combat, comes around, wags its little stubby tail. It glows briefly, and for a second you see something darker and some kind of energy fills the air as the Frigibax jumps through the air and smashes into the Eevee with the dragon tail. You hear "Vee!" It just collapses onto the ground. That's it. Eevee's gone.
The Frigibax sits on it to death.
Yeah.
Marie!
Yep, that Eevee's gone. Very cool. So that Eevee's fainted, and will be recalled at the top of the next round.
Bop it.
Twist it.
Right up.
All right.
Literally.
Very nice. That was the glorious Dragon Tail. So Eevee's off the
Wicked.
initiative. Moving on to Amber. Amber's doing nothing. Mako, Pokemaniac. There's no new targets, Mako, at the moment. So you're just that's gonna kind of fizzle. Vigo, anything?
I don't think I
I don't think you committed anything.
committed to anything. So
Okay. Tristan, going to be withdrawing the Eevee.
Wait, when it was Mako's turn, he should have been recalling the calamari.
Oh yes, that's my shift action.
Oh, yep, Calamari's out of there.
He lives.
Barely.
Although we kind of need him back now because of the fact that the flying type has to come out now.
I'm sure we'll get it.
Yeah, I think you guys are gonna cook it after seeing that attack. You kidding me?
All right.
I mean, we'll need the healer out anyway. So
Yeah, if they don't like one-hit KO her, I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna focus my defenses on her just so I can make sure that we can heal.
Smart.
Moving over to Nina. She raises her hands. You see there's no Pokeballs in her hands.
Woohoo.
Yeah, guys,
Nina.
I didn't commit this time around. We keep going. Calamari is now off the table. Elaine.
Off the table.
Hang on, I'm confused. Nina's not playing?
Yeah, Nina's not sending in a Pokemon.
Well, it was because she didn't commit, right? So she didn't have the opportunity to. Is that what basically you were saying?
She didn't commit to a new Pokemon, but also she doesn't have any Pokeballs in her hands. Whereas everybody else went in with one Pokeball, right? Because it's a 4v4 with 2 in reserve, right? Or 2v2 with 2 in reserve.
Oh, so someone else is committing the 4th Pokemon?
I guess so.
Fascinating. Okay. Spice it up, Kevin. Let's go.
Ike has 2 errands.
That thing has hung in for way too long.
Yeah, I mean it's
Alright.
it's a tank. All right.
I'm throwing out my Hatenna. In fact, she's gonna have like this cute little intro. She was like, "Look at my cute little hat, Tenna," and then it's like it spawns on her head, and then it does Hatenna, and then jumps out into the ground.
Excellent.
Nice.
So some stats real quick. What's your HP on your Hatna? Or Tenna?
So, Hatenna has. Let me scroll. Max HP of 35.
35. Thank you. Make that everybody can see it. All right, everybody can see that numerical value.
yeah.
Awesome. All right. So the Hatna is out, and then we need the speed.
Speed is baby small. She
Baby
got
small.
Baby speed.
Is it lower
She
than the
got
Aron?
5.
5? No, it is not
No,
lower
it's
than the
5.
Aron. right there. Okay. So after Mr. Ike, but before his Aron.
She's a lady. She moves slowly.
All right. And then you are committing your force field to Frigibax. Is that within range? I know it's like range 5 or something. So
I can't even tell with the measurement tools that we have.
I think
thought-
it's 3 squares. So
Weren't you going to protect Tatena instead? Christine?
Yeah,
Or were you
that's
committing to
what
Hatna?
the
Okay,
impression
cool.
I was under.
sure. I think you're definitely in range. I think it's like a range of 5. So awesome.
Is
so
that accurate, Christine?
Yeah,
so
because she needs to stay healthy for the
Heals.
heals.
There you
Gotcha.
go. Okay.
So no more damage reduction on the Frigibax, and then 8 damage reduction on the Hatna. Sweet.
Now, we can't just go with the flat 8 reduction because there is also the tick value. We have to remember that part of the rule.
What tick value?
It says or their tick value,
their tick
whichever
value.
is higher.
Right. I'm assuming for now that your occult is going to be higher than basically all these low-level Pokemon's tick value.
I don't
Yeah.
think anybody has 90 HP
Right.
yet,
Yeah.
so-
Bring that out with somebody gets a Snorlax later on. That'll
Right.
that'll be a lot better.
If somebody gets a Wobbuffet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Got like 400 HP at level 6.
That's right. Okay. And I think that's it for Elaine, unless she wants to shift and move around. That should be it.
She'll go right there.
Join the party.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then Naima's passing. Mr. Ike passing, but you see him thumbing another Pokeball out of his suit pocket.
He does have another one.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Hatna's go. And you should have committed what Hatna was doing on your turn when you threw her out.
Correct.
That's fine. What did you say she was doing?
So, I'm gonna go ahead and use Disarming Voice.
Okay.
I don't know how to roll any of my abilities.
Okay. Can
Okay.
you post Disarming Voice? We can walk you through it.
Let's see, first it looks like I need to shift because it's a burst 1.
Okay. Yep. So shifting closer to the Aron, I would assume.
So I'm just gonna put myself right there.
Do you have it ready to post, or shall I copy it in?
I've got it.
Okay.
And I guess I just hit this button.
Nice. Yep. You beat its evasion for sure. Disarming Voice.
It says
It cannot miss.
It cannot miss.
Nice. So you don't have to roll accuracy at all unless you want to.
I don't even know why it's there.
I think you can still crit.
Right.
Aha.
Mhm.
That was GM
damage
layer, by the
type-
way. In case you.
Oh, to GM? I don't even know what I did. Why is it to GM?
Yeah.
No.
I just want to let you know. Don't worry about it right now. But
fine.
Oh, there it is.
Nice. Okay. So using Disarming Voice, and you roll 24 damage, and this is a fairy type move, and you have stab on that. Did you tick the stab box when you
This is not a stab.
Nope, it's not stab yet.
not stab?
Not stab yet.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not fairy.
Oh, your Hatna is just psychic right now, huh?
Mhm.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
All right. So 24. And this is special. So let me go
Special
ahead
attack, yes.
and hit this Aron with a bit of fairy magic. Okay. It's steel. Is that half effectiveness?
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. So resisted. That was also 2 GM.
No, I saw it.
You
yeah,
saw
that
it?
one we can see. For
Oh,
some
good.
reason.
Good. Okay. No. Okay. So I get confused because it says Pokemon Master parentheses GM, and I think it's sending it. All right. So, all right. Cool. So that is a. There you go. So not as much damage as one might hope for, but you're slowly chipping away at the tank.
Correct.
All right. Anything else from the Hatna? Swift actions or anything like that?
Am I able to move again?
If you didn't use your full movement, you can continue to move. Yes.
Because that was to get the burst 1.
Right. And you have no reason not to move here because the Auron can't opportunity attack you.
Correct. So again, with the measurements, because it's saying with one of my abilities, range 6. I don't know what a range 6
Range
is.
6
in
is
this-
6
Square.
squares.
6 squares. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I want to move there.
Okay.
Does it ever specify how big a square is supposed to be, or is it more just?
I'm
Is it based on context?
I'm fine leaving it nebulous.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know, a couple feet. Who knows? All right, so
6 inches to 6 feet.
that's
Okay.
right. That's right. Okay, so the Hetna goes, and then we are moving on to the Auron. The Auron is going to have to roll its d20 to see if it gets to go. I need to delete all this junk. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, another crit from the
Yeah,
Auron.
it's definitely going.
Okay, I need to check the Auron's overland, which I know is slow. And slower because it's being messed up bad here. So the Auron can only move here. And then I need to check its range. So it committed to a tackle on Fridgeback, so it is in range of that. It cannot move far. The stubby little legs that are like partially paralytic at this point, just the Auron, slow plodding little creature crunching over to you, is going to go ahead and make that tackle attack against the Fridgebacks.
Mhm.
Oh, where'd he go? Hold on. Okay, here it comes.
Am I able to see the Fridgeback's health too?
I can do that in just a second. It misses. Oh man.
Let's go.
Yeah, the
Nice.
Auron just tackles to the side. The Frigibax just kind of dodges to the side.
Yeah, that's the only number it could have rolled that would have missed because it has 0 evasion.
Nice.
Crit
Alright.
success versus a crit failure.
So back at the top, bottom to top, the Auron committing to yet another glorious tackle attack. What is the Hetena going to be doing?
The Hetena is going to be using Confusion on the Auron.
Confusion. All right, cool.
Gosh.
I believe Psychic is super effective against Steel in my edition of the game.
In
Yeah,
your
he's-
edition?
I believe so. Let me double check. I think that was one of the weaknesses I listed. Maybe not.
I don't see anything for Steel on here.
At least it was in a different thing.
Yeah, it's not listed on here.
That might be one that was omitted from like the public docket. It's super effective. It should be.
Do you want to
so-
double check that before you just... Because I'm all about rules.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Because Steel
it was
is...
listed as super effective against steel in the like image that was posted
Yes.
in general.
Correct.
But it's not in the handout.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the are the steel changes in.
The Steel changes might
Yes.
not be on there.
Yeah, steel isn't on here.
No. Even though
Okay.
you have it listed, it's not on there.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so Psychic, I'm actively changing map screens, which may have been a mistake. But
Terrible mistake.
it is super effective. So go ahead and well, you don't have to roll anything. I roll everything in damage calculations, but assume it's super effective against Steel.
Okay.
Steel is overall a little bit less juggernauty. It has more weaknesses now, but it also has more offensive capabilities.
Super effective against Dragon. Okay. Now what?
Okay, I can't see currently, but did you roll damage?
It's not my time to. I thought we were.
Oh, right.
committing.
You're committing to confusion. That's right. So who's next? I have my other screen up, so let me look.
Mr. Eck is next.
Okay. Ike is committing to sending out a Pokemon. I'm is passing. Elaine, what are you doing personally?
She's going to keep her defenses up on Hatena.
Okay. Nina's passing. Tristan's passing. Vigo, what are you doing?
Guess I'm gonna refresh. Give me a sec. I have a different set of orders. I'm gonna see what that one does. Yeah, I'll do brutal orders again.
Okay. Do you need to refresh those every round?
Yes, it only lasts until the end of the round.
Cool. Okay.
Or I guess
I can now
last
look at this
one round.
screen. Let's see here. Steel. Steel is now weak to Psychic. That's correct. Okay. So that was Vigo planning to give out orders. Mako, preparing your Pokemaniac, I presume.
Yes.
And
on
then
whatever new Pokemon.
All right, and then Amber passing.
Yep.
Okay, and then Frigibax, where is that going?
All right. Let's see. What can Frigibax do? Is that better? That's actually better. Okay. Yeah, so Frigibax, I'm going to have it use a struggle attack against the Aeron.
Okay. Its struggle attack isn't a particular
actually,
type, right? It's typeless.
Nope. It is ice actually because of the
Ice.
capability it has. Let me think about that for a second. Actually, though.
Okay.
The be resist. Would that be resist? Yeah, that would be resisted. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I am committing to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And you also know that Auron's nature is neutral. Okay. So I thought maybe it was special defense. Okay. It is special defense, but it is also negative special
It's
defense.
also special.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. So you're going for a struggle here. You rolled already.
Yes. Not yet.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna shift first to move to right here.
Okay.
Where's my struggle? Here it is. It's actually slightly less likely to hit than 3.
3 definitely hits, dude.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go! 28.
28.
We determined that was neutral, yes?
Yes, I believe we did.
Ice
Okay.
Ice is neutral because it's super effective against steel and resisted by rock. This is physical.
Yep, physical.
Cool. All right, you guys can see this.
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, still hanging in there.
Yep. This is gonna be a rough one.
A real slobber knocker. All right, so
Hmm.
are you moving? Are you shifting your Frigibax at all?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Amber is passing. Mako, Mako doesn't have his Pokemaniac yet. Still, poor Mako.
Yeah, he wants to do the Pokemaniac on the next Pokemon that comes out.
Yeah. Can you ready a standard action like that? Have we talked about that?
I've actually been trying to figure that out this whole time, and I can't find a direct ruling on such a thing.
Okay.
If it's not listed as an option, I would assume it can't be done.
I would assume so. So like the initiative is sort of messing Mako up here a little bit.
Right.
If you want this to work in a specific way, you kind of have to you kind of have to know beforehand
And
what you're gonna do.
Vigo, you're
just get
issuing
it going.
your command here.
Yep.
Brutal. Awesome. Tristan's
Yeah.
passing. Nina passing. Elaine.
I would actually like to shift up slightly as well.
Yep. Shift.
Yeah, I would have done that before, but I forgot.
That's fine.
We're a wall of trainers.
Yes.
We're a team. Elaine is going to be committing to her Sage defense once more. She's going to make sure.
This is resolve. So
Wait, what?
this is the resolving turn order. So it's Sage defense happens.
Right, and you're putting that on Hatna. So. All right,
Yes.
Cool.
Keeping
Alright.
her healthy.
Yep. Naima, and then Mr. Ike, and then the Hatna goes before Aron.
Correct. She's going to release.
Ike just went, so a Pokemon comes out. Excuse me.
Yes, Pokemon comes out.
All right. Let me fetch this really quick. And we'll go ahead and toss this over here.
If we play our cards right, Frigibax could hopefully kill the Aeron and then retreat in time to shift Dynamo out next turn. Given the way initiative is working.
On board. Well,
Well,
Who would lose?
Oh,
that's
sort
true.
of.
we're back.
No, that would work.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Ike hurls a Pokeball over the Aron and the Frigibax, landing right here. Spinning out of it, you see a dark green creature that actually partially blends in with the foliage right here.
Oh.
Go!
Oh,
Oh no!
he's going to blow up.
Not a pint. Oh
He's
no!
going to blow you up, dude.
I am frightened.
You're dead.
Alright,
Good
fine.
thing it's just a bug right now.
Just bug right now.
I guess I probably shouldn't say that. It's because I know that.
I think it's mostly fine. So, let me. All right, where is it in order right now? The 5 should be up here. Pineco can immediately go. There's a little speed tie. I'll go ahead and let the Hatna go first. And
Okay.
I might consider some other way of resolving this later, but for now, you guys will just go first here. Okay. Mr. Ike goes in, and he is committing an action with the Pineco.
Uh-huh. What's he committing?
I am considering self-destruct. Yes.
That is just rude.
I mean, I respect it. Go for it. That sounds really funny.
He would kill his own Pokemon almost certainly.
Nah, it's ×4 resistant. It'll be fine.
Oh, gotcha. Well, even so.
Yep. Pineco, do what you did to make my hair look this way. Go. It begins to glow. Committing to a self-destruct.
Oh my goodness.
Can I redirect my confusion,
No,
No.
please?
no.
There might actually
This
be
is
trainer
the-
features that let you change what action
I
you
was
committed
gonna
to.
say there probably is.
So no. Sorry, Christy. So the Hatna goes. Confusion rolls out.
Yeah, I guess it does.
All right, roll for it.
Oh, interesting.
You hit, and you roll lots of damage. 31, actually. It's quite good. All right, so versus the Aron. I'm not gonna calculate. I'm pretty sure you fainted the Aron. So yeah, confusion comes in. You see Hatna's kind of droopy hair goes down for a second as she concentrates. as you see the air around the R line kind of reverberate, and then you see parts of the iron and kind of steel sections of his armor begin to kind of crumple like a spoon as it collapses. It's gone.
Wow.
All right.
Ugh.
So, you guys know you are now. You're now technically 4v1. Though Dynamo is a little bit worse for wear.
I don't think the number matters that much in this particular case. We already know the outcome.
Oh, these bushes are going to get set on fire. It's going to be glorious. The shrine is next.
Oh no, the shrine. Maybe this is what the Absol was warning us about.
Somebody's Mr. Ike is gonna set off a bomb tomorrow. By the way, just to let you know.
Let's give him some hot soup.
I got a 0, which I would believe hits.
That does hit, yes.
Oh boy.
Facts.
All right, here we go. So, the cool thing about self-destruct is it doesn't kill the user.
It doesn't.
Nope.
What?
It reduces its max health by 50%.
I see.
In 1 second. This isn't a recoil keyword, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think it is. I'll look later, but it's not listed. Otherwise, it would ignore it. Alright, so. Here it comes. So, accuracy. No, you already rolled that. Damage. 80.
What the? Is this normal?
That's hilarious.
This is normal, no stab. Which is and it's a neutral. So yeah, the self-destruct goes off.
That is a lot of damage.
It actually did roll quite well there. So, Pineco's health is immediately reduced by 50. So let me go show that.
I see nothing.
There you go.
Aha.
As a very bright light emanates from the Pineco, and then just a massive explosion emanates outwards. Frigibax, how much damage? How much damage? Is he dead?
It's a very yes.
Okay. Right.
So it has a defense stat of 3, so that's 77 damage.
Glorious.
Okay, how many injuries is that?
That's a good point.
Are we looking into injuries?
We need to, because it just took its entire health bar and then some.
Okay, I'll look that up.
Thank you.
I was looking at it earlier.
Also, what is the blast radius? Is it just 1 square around it, or is it more than that?
The Pineco would have moved up slightly because it has grass walk, and then it would have blown up.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a burst 2, I believe.
Because I was going to say, I don't know if Mako needs to be rolling damage.
Oh,
or
burst.
Taking the 80, rather.
Oh, burst 3. Excuse me.
No. I think you misunderstood what this says. It says it's set to minus 50%.
The user's HP is set to
of their full hit point value. Minus 50%. It's at negative HP.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Negative 50%? Are negative health values a thing?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I just want to make sure. Can you list me a rule where that says that?
Let me see if I can find it.
So I
think it's talking about injuries.
I think you might be right because it would normally say 50% of its full HP, right, instead of minus 50%.
Yeah.
So I think Pineco might just be gone.
Because it wouldn't make sense for it to survive because none of the Pokemon survived in game.
Yeah, I was going to say that'd be a pretty drastic change of the rule.
Let's see if I can find this. I don't remember where it talks about injuries. Because I'm pretty sure this is where it talks about. Where is it? Hit points. This is. No, that's not gonna say it there.
Okay.
Page 250.
250.
250.
Yeah.
Thank you. Looking around. Injuries. Oh, that's injuries. Got it.
Massive damage.
Or 50%.
There we go.
Ah, yes, I see. Hit point markers. So minus 50% is a hit point marker. I see. Understood. Yeah, the Pineco's gone for sure. Cool. Hey, you guys got out with 0 faints.
By the way,
encounter over.
By the way,
No, we did not.
Oh, that's right. That's Frigid Bags. Yeah, perfect game until we brought out the nuke.
Any sign?
if a
And one
Pokemon goes down to either minus 50 hit points or minus 200%, whichever is lower, during a non-friendly match, they die.
Yeah, this is friendly match.
Okay.
Everybody is taking precautions to ensure nothing dies and no trainers are horribly injured here.
Alright, cool.
Does that mean that injuries are also still applied?
Yes, I believe it does.
Injuries are applied, but you'll realize soon that these injuries are very temporary.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to go ahead and switch to a little reprieve here. There we go. Congratulations, you guys won your first
felt
Pokemon
like
battle.
Mr. Ike was just real upset about losing that whole thing, so he threw out his bomb.
Yeah. As the battle ends and Mr. Ike withdraws Aura and Pinecone, Tristan walks over, puts a hand on his shoulder. Mr. Ike, it might have been a good idea to roll out Pineco first. You think so? Yeah. But that's okay. We'll get him next time. He kind of pats him a couple times. Mr. Ike kind of stops for a couple seconds. He's like, wait, no, that makes perfect sense.
I'm gonna run over to the group. Wow, that was amazing! You guys did so cool. Just start just chattering, just rambling off like all of his pokey nerd knowledge and.
Yeah,
I can tell your technique was really good. And
Nina walks up and puts a hand around Naima. You did really well. Naima says, sorry you didn't get to participate. He's like, oh no, I probably would have sat that one out anyway. We knew the Taima would be a problem, and didn't really want to give it more food.
No, Vigo.
He's on the ground mourning the loss of Frigibax. Hands and knees.
Elaine's trying to stabilize the Frigibax.
Nice.
all the while, I'm gonna wander over. Elaine, that trick was so cool. I think you saved my Dynamo from getting injured.
Like as she's doing chest pumps on the Frigibax. Yeah, I think so too.
Free! As you just into the compressions. Mr. X says, "Oh, I have something." He leans down and you see this big old briefcase he's been carrying around. He deploys it, and you actually see it becomes like its own stand. Like it has a couple of legs that pop out of the bottom. And he pops open the top, and you see 6 empty slots that resemble kind of like the spherical slots you see in Pokemon centers.
No.
Wow.
Yes.
He has a
He has
portable
one of
Pokemon
these?
healer.
An auto dock. It's only good for a couple of uses. Requires a lot of power, but I figured this would be a good opportunity to break it out.
Oh, do you need extra power? Calamari can help.
No. He kind of holds out a hand. I'm afraid your Dynamo would only find a very nice lunch. Tristan kind of shakes his head. It's like, I guess money really is a bit of an advantage. Well, at least you guys are getting use out of this too. He walks over. Who wants to be first? Looks like the Frigibax took a bit of a hit.
You see, Vigo slowly walks up to this thing. It has recalled Frigibax. It puts the Pokeball down, looks at Mr. Ike. You're gonna be my rival now. You're my rival. Everybody's. I always hear that Pokemon trainers, they get rivals. That's you.
Roll me a charm check.
Oh, what?
Let me charm.
Oh, that's not gonna be good. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's 1.
Hey, thanks.
Oh no, it's 2.
That's 2. All right. Hey,
Oh,
nice.
shit.
Six was the DC. You don't have to do much to impress Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike looks down, and you feel like he's like weirdly touched. He puts a hand on your shoulder and one to his chest. It would be my honor, Vigo. But yes, let's take care of the Pokemon. He takes out the rest of his ball. So, you all kind of pile in. He told you the Autodoc only has a couple of uses. So, prioritizing fainted Pokemon and Pokemon that are massively injured. So 6 Pokemon total. The Team NIT would like to try and put in Hoot Hoot, Eevee, Auron, and Pineco. So it leaves you guys 2 to heal.
Right.
I think that fits everybody that took
Calamari.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, Calamari, and I think didn't Spectacle take damage?
I don't think so. It got hypnosis and then ignored
Right.
because it's just a bag of HP. You need to
So
focus
question
on the
is,
tiny
does
amount.
this go away at the end of combat, or does it linger?
Yeah, I mean you can wake it up whenever as an action. So
Right.
yeah.
So I think the Calamari is the only one that took damage then.
Cool. Yeah. So you stick the Frigibax and Calamari in.
Nice.
Yeah, a little do. You know, the tiny little ditty coming from the Autodoc, but like you can tell one of the speakers has gone out, so it's like you know, like it kind of like messes everybody's hearing up.
Is there any way that I can attempt to fix it, or would I need like a dedicated tool bag? I'm going to be able to do so much once I get a tool bag.
Yeah, a tool bag would definitely. This is a very complex piece of technology. In fact, you could roll me a technology education check if you wanted to figure out like how exactly something like this would work.
Did I cut out or did I kill a conversation?
I think Discord pooped.
Okay.
Yeah, I responded. I was saying
I heard no one.
I was saying you probably need a tool bag. But
Okay.
if you want, you can roll me technology education to see how something like this would work. If you're curious,
Yeah, I just want to. I'll be
something your character would be good at.
generally just nerding over it in general.
Yeah, totally. Technology education, absolutely. DC was 8. This is so essentially one of the first things that really took the world by storm once Pokemon battling and the wars became a thing was the Pokemon Autodoc. This is one of the reasons Pokemon are so efficient at fighting in general, is that Pokemon can essentially, if you can get certain kinds of energy, they're very, very efficient at healing. At their core, Pokemon are energetic beings. They all have the ability to be kind of compressed into their base particles. And so feeding them energy of that type is a very quick way to rejuvenate them. However, normally you would have a massive generator hooked up. And an industrial complex to kind of feed into this kind of thing, what you would see at a Pokemon Center. This is basically using micro generator technology. It's still not efficient enough to do it a lot, but you get 1 or 2 uses out of a mobile Autodoc, and then you have to bring it in and probably pay a premium on having it recharged and restocked.
Okay, gotcha. I was gonna ask if it just like shorted out or if it's just really in depth to recharge it.
Yeah, both, right? It's a very finite but very powerful thing. It's also quite cumbersome. Mr. Ike has just been lugging around this big suitcase this entire time. You thought maybe he kept his Pokemon in there, but no. Yeah.
I'm picturing like a tiny nuclear generator or something.
Yeah.
Just plug in.
Right, and Pokemon gets like incredibly like high tech when it comes to the stuff that it's good at. So I didn't feel like this thing was too far fetched, especially for somebody who's rich like Mr. Ike, who just wanted to be able to go on his Pokemon journey. But yeah, all your Pokemon, full health, all injuries recovered if you went into the Autodoc.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah. Team NIT. Kind of reconvenes. You guys did really well. We were trying to kind of keep hands off. We weren't sure how much involvement would be necessary, and turns out you guys are way better at training your Pokemon. So we'll need to get better at that. Nina says, next time my Pokemon will be super encouraged because I'll tell them good job. And Naima says, yeah, that sounds like a good thing to do. Why didn't you do that before? Well, because it would have been too helpful. She says, yeah, okay, all right. So yeah,
I think I get it. That's funny.
So Tristan walks up, holds out a hand. Good to meet you guys. You know where you're headed next?
It's been too long since I've seen the map.
I know where we're going, but I don't know the name of it.
Yeah.
Where? Describe it, and I can name it for you.
It's the place
The
that's supposed to have the
cave, or-
Pokemon. No, we're not going to the cave. It's after.
Oh.
It's the place with the Pokeball Festival.
Leprechauns.
Ah, you're going to the Apricorn Festival.
The Apricorn Festival, yeah.
Yeah.
Apricot.
Apricot Festival.
Okay.
Yeah, the
I
Apricorn
gotta
Festival
sell
that
my
Mako
next
wants to go
Pokemon.
to so badly because he wants to throw Pokeballs like bullets.
Yeah, it's been all of 2 sessions since I've attacked a Pokemon personally.
Alright. Tristan says, the festival.
I will definitely grab Tristan's hand and shake it.
We were thinking we'd hit Low Cloud up first, but we might hit it up later in the week. You think you'll head there first?
Yeah, that's our next target.
All right. Well, we might pass each other on the road again.
Do you think we can hang out then too?
Don't see why not. He kind of looks over at Mr. Ike and Nina. Should I tell him? Ike says, yes, he is my rival now. He reaches out a hand to Vigo. He needs to know. Well, you should know that there is a regulated, mandatory battle zone. The road leading up to Low Cloud. You probably won't run into us. Probably going to miss you, but you might run into somebody else. If you head down that way, be careful. Don't want you to lose any stars before our next big rematch.
Who do we run into?
Well, we've run into another team so far, but you'd probably take them.
Maybe they'll have enough money that we can win some off of them.
Mako.
Oh yeah, Mr. Ike looks over. Yes, you've earned this. He pushes 200 $200 into Vigo's hand.
Oh,
Thanks.
I'm sorry, I get my next stipend in a week. I tried to emulate my mother giving me money on my Pokemon journey.
Well, this has been fun.
Likewise.
Well-
Nina? Nina pulls up a camera. Tristan walks over and kind of puts a hand around Mako and Elaine. Mr. Ike gets close to Vigo, and Amber is partially hidden behind Mako's thigh. As Nina takes her camera out, presses a button, and it briefly floats in the air, kind of stabilized in frame. As she runs over, does a couple of peace signs as a flash goes off.
Oh.
All right, you got your photo. Nina sends that photo to Mako's cracked phone case.
No.
And I'm assuming you guys move on. Naima says, it was so good to meet you. She doesn't know if she'll be here for the festival, but if she's not here, maybe you can look for her in Elegy.
Quick question, Austin.
Yes.
Is there anywhere around here that I can buy a battery off of before we leave?
Yeah, totally. Naima says, Grandma keeps a bunch of spares. Do you want one?
You're gonna see a teary-eyed Elaine. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's just like a AA, right? We have tons of those. She kind of pats you a little bit, and then runs up the stairs. So I'll go and take us off the map, so you guys can think about where you're going next.
Nice.
But yeah, Rage Falls. Rage Falls concluded for now. Well played, guys.
Nice. So I have a battery now. Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
So,
Okay, how we doing on time?
after-
I'm pretty good.
I'm
I haven't heard
trying.
Caleb in a while. I don't know if he died.
Yeah.
Caleb's dead.
Caleb, are you okay?
Caleb, are you okay? Are you okay, Caleb? You've been hit by. You've
Okay,
been struck
testing,
by
testing.
Hi, I can
hear you. Yeah, there you
I
are.
can't even hear
There
you.
you are.
Okay, give me
a ton of more charge speed.
What?
Oh, there he is.
testing. All right.
Yeah, we can hear
There
you.
you are.
Good deal. That explains a little bit. Perfect. Okay. I probably need to hit the sack because
Okay.
I've got work in the morning. So
We'll go
it's
ahead
already
and
12:30.
we'll go ahead and wrap up here then. So I need.
That was a lot of
to-
fun though.
Yeah, we'll go and do XP real quick, and then we'll call it, huh?
Cool.
I'm reloading Grid 20. I'll probably just blow it up and then.
It'll be good
Yeah, it's
to
easier if you
know
close
what
it
to
and reload it.
forget before next session.
Yes, yes.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and put this in rewards. So you
Yes,
guys.
I do love that, by the way.
So +1 trainer level because you defeated
Hey,
Team NIT.
Pop off.
we need a team name
We
sometime.
do need a team name.
Our initials are V, A,
Mm,
M,
V.
and E. So we could be VAME. We could be.
Maybe.
Oh, we could
Eve?
be Miva.
Yeah. Well, you can
Evum.
yeah, and you can also call
Avum.
you can also call it whatever you
Wave.
want. It doesn't have to be an acronym.
Waves,
But Team
Veem.
NIT chose that because Nina knits.
VAME.
Caleb just
Team
keeps
Ex-
announcing it over top of you.
Yeah, exactly. Hoping it sticks.
Right?
Team explosion murder.
I still.
think it is.
I love it.
No,
yes,
no,
Team
that's
Explosion Murder.
Ike's team specifically.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna call them Team Explosion Murder now.
Oh,
Exactly.
Nice. Big Pokemon, that was huge. I think that might be
Yeah.
enough to get my
So
Kakuna up to
that
10.
+1 trainer level is gonna be really nice. I'm gonna give y'all a heads up because we have not been keeping up with this. I was reading on some of the rules while we were doing our Pokemon fights. So this whole thing about defenses and evasions,
Yes.
all of that's based off of your special defense,
Right.
your actual defense, and your speed. When you hit
Mhm.
5,
You get
like
one.
units of 5 in your speed and all that, you get 1 evasion tick.
This is
Oh.
correct.
Nice.
So just keep up with that.
I might start dumping my levels into Dynamo because once I hit 15, he evolves and I can teach him Thunder. And then I need to find someone to learn Rain Dance. I wonder if Psyduck can learn it. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put these. Good to know.
Is it?
Creatures.
Yeah, I can put these last 2 levels into Kakuna, and then I'll be able to have a Beedrill, so that'll be nice.
Okay, we're gonna go and call it there. I'll go and stop the recording. Bye, recording. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye,
recording.
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 Adios.